Ignition sequence has started. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We have commit and we have liftoff at 2:13. The Saturn V building up to 7.6 million pounds of thrust, and it is clear that...
Hey, we get another crack at this life thing again today. This is pretty freaking cool. Oh, you have a super freaking awesome day. Okay. Go back to doing what you were doing. Goodbye.
Look at this exciting approach to dual image photography that has everyone doing double takes.
Double take.
Each double take portrait captures two expressions, a memorable head and shoulders pose and a delicate profile.
Double take.
It's part of our $12.95 portrait package. 95-cent deposit, total package price $12.95.
Double take.
Available Wednesday through Sunday at all Sacramento area Kmart's.
Double take. Want something tasty and delicious? Taco Bell, Taco Bell.
I love the one and only original taste of Taco Bell's beefy tostada. They use fresh ground beef, never frozen, cooked in their own famous sauce, real cheddar cheese, and it's made up fresh.
Come taste the one and only taste. Taco Bell, can't find it any other place. Taco Bell, come taste the one and only original. Taco Bell.
Stop hating Mondays. Be a professional and hate the whole week instead.
Bruh.
Well, I don't know what to do. Like, we don't have to.
Ratings are.
I'm already regretting that we're doing this.
Oh, I thought you were enjoying it. Okay, no, I'll take it off. It's your show.
Yeah, I'm already like regretting that. Yeah, that we were
very
doing
happy watching yourself.
No,
it's like a monkey in a mirror.
Oh, look who's laughing now! Finally, I never heard you laugh before. He was impressed. He was informed. Jesus Christ. Oh,
that's the line of the day, Bobby Fran.
I don't need this shit, man. My special comes out tomorrow.
This is your show.
What the fuck?
Do you feel that? Do you feel that? Oh, shit.
Jackie Mason. Fucking Bobby's fucking funny. Bobby Grant. I gotta give it to you.
Line of the day, Bobby Grant.
Super creative, super original. There's a show called The Vibe.
Chat family and the greatest panel of friends and all them positive vibes. Oh, it's BF Live.
It is BF Live. Welcome, folks. Do you feel that? No, that's not gas pains. That feeling you're feeling today is actually Friday. Oh, and I'm in love with the idea that it's Friday. BF Live Vibe 373 is what I'm in love with, hanging out with the chat family. On August 29th, we're winding it down, folks. I told you, this is it. Summer, at least the kind of from Labor Day to Memorial Day kind of summer that we recognize here in the United States, is kind of winding down. It's technically summer until September 22nd, so we're definitely going to make the most of that, and we're going to make the most of today. That's right. We're going to make the most of today and every damn day right here on BF Live Vibe. Welcome, friends and old. Welcome to Friday and welcome to Stream Show 373. Wow, what a number. And I wouldn't have had one show if it hadn't been for the chat family. But let's do it today, folks. Let's hang out. Let's get the weekend started off before even the end of your workday or whatever you're doing. We started off right here, right now for 3 hours of fun and positive vibes. We're going to do the not so serious news. We're going to see how you guys are doing. You're going to set the actual vibe in the opening chat family check-in. That's what's different about BF Live the Vibe. We see what you guys are up to. Let us know what you're doing today. Are you at home or at work having a ham sandwich? Do you wish you were doing one or the other? You can't wait to get home? You're going to have some fun during the day? Let's do this for the next 3 hours, folks. Like I said, we got the vibe, other news and not so serious news, and we'll talk about the stories that I have for that. But I got a bro backstage that I want to bring in now. Let's really get the show started. So let me pause this. Let me do a little bit of this, a little bit of that of production with my other hand. And after by bringing my friend, the one, the only. He's from the Great White North. He'll tell you what he has. He's Bobby Nick. Come on, Bobby. I was going to say it.
Butt cheeks, motherfuckers. Stick out. Deep butt cheeks.
I was going to say this guy has deep butt cheeks, but it sounds better when you say it. How you doing, Bob?
Yeah, I'm not too bad. Not too bad at all.
Happy Friday.
Happy Friday.
It is Friday. I like to establish the day. You know, we do these shows every day and all. Now, I guess, have you done an early show? Because I know you haven't really been down with, you're on the outs with Jake currently, right?
Yeah, no early show today. But I could say that last night I did retain my WWE World Championship. So
I'm talking about the wrestling matches that go down on P-Cunt 420?
That's right.
Oh, hell yeah. Bobby Nick, so you retained. I think I retained when he sent me the link the night before that I retained as well. I like to say, and still, and I used to like that during wrestling when it was your guy that won and they would go, and still champion. So I like when I'm and still. So Bobby Nick, you are and still champion, right?
And still, that's right. That's
and
right.
Still.
Yeah, I mean, it's crazy. Peacock threw himself, not only himself in there, but he threw Chris Benoit in there.
Whoa, wait a minute. He brought him back from the dead. Yeah. Jesus. Whoa. I can't imagine that's a character, unless you got a little sick twist to your mind. Maybe that's a character that isn't being used as much as some of the other characters in those creative studios.
You know, I gotta give him props because I don't know how he got that. I don't know how he got that character in the game.
That's amazing.
I'm sure it's banned.
Well, I know they have a creator community, so I doubt I would be highly surprised if WWE actually puts that in as one of the defaults. But yeah, there's so many people in these communities, Bobby Nick. My understanding is that if you're a creator, you can put your stuff in there. You can kind of store it there, and other people can utilize it. It's a shared community of characters that are made. They can do stuff like that. Well, that's the kind of fun you had last night. Anything else of note go down last night, Bob? I didn't really see too much last night. I had to do replayables at 8:45, and then I jumped in and watched try to watch Perry the rest of the night.
No, there wasn't too much that was eventful, but we had a lot of fun behind the paywall.
Always fun. You get No Filter. Did Andrew show up for No Filter?
He did. He showed up for No Filter.
Awesome. Well, he's not here today, but I'll take that. Yeah, that's his show. I understand that. So he showed up for No Filter. Good.
Yeah.
Very good.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah. That was a good podcast too. Yeah.
All right.
One day of podcasting yesterday.
Good. All right. Well, I'm ready for another one, my friend. I'm ready to start it with you. It's just you and I so far. I don't see Scott we don't see Andrew co-streaming or backstage or anything, but we'll see what happens in the next 3 hours. And it always ends up being fun. And hell, even sometimes I don't even know what's going to happen myself. That's why I show up every day for 3 hours of BF Live The Vibe. Because I love when the show just goes in a direction even I didn't see coming. So let's see what happens for the next 3 hours. We're going to do the Vibe Other News or the Not So Serious News right after this opening chat family check-in we're about to get to, folks. And when we do the Other News and Not So Serious News, let me see what I promised on the thumbnail. I got to remember, I put on Dunkin Drunkin. We talked about the other day how alcohol consumption is supposedly going down overall, but I've noticed this trend, Bobby Nick, of like Mountain Dew and Minute Maid and all these like brand names kind of putting alcohol in their drinks. And Dunkin' Donuts, I'm going to tell you about who they're teaming up with to do a special drink. Also, there's a video of an orange shark being caught. This is the first recorded instance of anyone catching this elusive orange shark. I'm going to actually show you them catching that. And we're going to do a little sports in that there was a big kind of trade going on, if you follow sports a little bit, and that there's this player, Micah Parsons, for the Dallas Cowboys, and he's a highly coveted player. I didn't think they were going to let him get away, but there ended up being some contract tumult between him and Jerry Jones, and it ends up, surprisingly, they just cut ties, and he got traded to the Packers. So we'll talk about that, see what everybody thinks about that, because I don't think a lot of people saw that coming this close to the beginning of the season. So let's check in with the chat family. We got Bobby Nick. We got chats, and we got a lot of fun. We're going to get to those stories, and there's a couple more. Of course, I'll have a Bikini Report in there when we do the Not So Serious News. Of course, I got all the regular stuff. We can do Scott's Hole. We can do Perry Talk. We can do all kind of stuff. We're going to let's see what we can get to today. And Bobby Nick. Plus, I got a surprise for everybody, because in the second hour of BF Live The Vibe, for the news, when we get to the news, we're going to have a guest join us. The one and only writer extraordinaire, Johnny Russo, steps into the vibe.
Nice. Right
Johnny
on.
Russo is going to come by. Last time he joined us, he helped me get together with Tom Dreesen, comedian Tom Dreesen, who famously was Frank Sinatra's touring comedian. He opened up for Frank Sinatra on all of his road gigs, and he had some just great stories just incidentally talking to this guy. So that was a lot of fun. Matter of fact, it was the trailer that ran before this today. So Johnny helped him co-write his book about his experience with Frank Sinatra, and he told us, Bob, that he was going to do Louis J. Gomez's book when he was here, the comedian Louis J. Gomez. Wow. Well, that's what he's doing. So that's what we're going to talk about. That he's going to come here and tell us about now. That's finishing up. It's going to be available for pre-order in December. So, and he's going to join us for like news and comment, and we'll see what it was like with him kind of putting this book together with Louis J. So I think we got a little day of fun playing there, Bobby Nick. What do you say, buddy?
Sweet. Sounds good. Let's do it.
Let's do it. I like what Bobby says. And Bobby knows what it is. This is about to be the opening chat family check-in, folks. This is how we're going to establish the vibe for the next 3 hours as I'm finishing up my coffee and pulling an element. I'm going to get my elements ready to let you know that this is the opening chat family check-in. Post them up, folks, because we're about to begin. I'm going to run my element. I got the glasses already on. Let me know what you're up to, folks. Let's get the weekend vibe started early. We don't need to wait for the end of no stinking day to do this. Matter of fact, let's start it now.
We are making the weekends longer than the week.
Yes, right now.
And we'll do it again because
why? It's what?
Friday!
Yeah, and this is the opening chat family check-in, establishing the vibe for this Friday. BF Live The Vibe stream show 373. This is the vibe. This is the opening chat family check-in. Let's go.
amongst yourselves.
They're going to talk amongst themselves. They're going to talk with me and Bobby Nick, and we're going to have 3 hours of fun beginning right now with the opening chat family check-in. So post them up, folks. It is post time. Do you have them in? Let me know what you're doing. Are you excited for the weekend? You ready to have fun? We're going to do Rock You Like a Horoscope because it's Friday. You don't know what we're going to do, but it's all going to start right here. You got them in, folks? I'm going to the top of the chat. Here we go. And they're off. Wow, somehow Written Off got in here at 8:03 this morning and says, hiya, friends. Actually, it's Hoya, friends. Hiya, friends. Please hit the like button and share button. We're doing it, and we're having it. Thank you, Written Off, man. Thanks, I appreciate that. We're doing it?
We're doing it.
We are doing it. The show begins. There, P-Cunt right there. P-Cunt 420 checks in this morning, and he says, Goonie Goo Goo You Begonias, happy Friday. He utilizes his pecan emoji. He throws a little unga bunga in there. BF Chang, what do you gonna know? So let's get the show going as we always do. What do you gonna know? Pecan. On we go to the next one that's always uniformly, thank you, a very generous and colorful $2 super chat. And it says, oh shit, we're doing it and we're having it. Fuck yeah, we got Bobby Nick here.
We're doing it.
It's Friday, we got chat family, we're doing it and we're having it at the same time. We'll have to see if Scott joins us later on. And we know that in the second hour for news and comment, Johnny Russo is going to join us. Writer Johnny Russo, our friend, is going to join the vibe. There is Pecan enjoying the AI doll emoji, armchair comic, all the emojis because he supports me with a monthly membership. Thank you, Pecan 420. Then he, once again, one day away, a person a day every week. He's dragging them in one day at a time. And I think this is a particularly funny one, the one I got. Let's see. This one, no. Abby got lifted and gifted by my friend Pecan.
Oh, nice.
Abby got that. You've been lifted and gifted because a member defender. Thank you. There's another, some great stuff coming in here. And then Pecan has fun with his own monthly membership emojis. Thank you very much, my friend. Good morning, Bobby Fran says, Juggalette Jen, checking in for the vibe. Happy Friday,
We'll be
Juggalette.
making a return to podcasting on my side of things tonight at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Oh, so it happens tonight, huh, Bobby Nick?
It happens tonight. It goes down tonight, yeah.
Good, bad, or worse. You know, this is going to be interesting, Bobby Nick, because this is definitely going to be a wrestling vibe because I see there's, this is quite controversial decision on your part, number one. And number two, I see people like threatening, I don't know if I'll member or member up. I tend to think that they're going to be there to hate is what I'm thinking, Bobby Nick. This is going to be like a wrestling kind of thing tonight. I don't know. I don't know. You're not going to know unless you turn up for Bobby Nick's members only show tonight. Is that what it is, Bob?
It is it's free for all.
Ooh, it's going to be a free for all for real in more ways than one. It's going to be free for all. Oh shit. Well, we'll give a plug now, and we'll definitely give a plug at the end of the show. But tell everybody where they're going to see the return of Juggalette Jen with Bobby Nick tonight. What time, Bob? Where at?
At Bobby Nick 1978 in the Lunatic Lounge at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Boy. Oh boy. I definitely think it's going to be like wrestling, Jen. I think there's going to be just as many there to people to see just to hang out with you and just as many there just to hate on you and all that stuff. So, boy, I mean, it seems like this wrestling thing has turned into like a real thing in life, at least with this situation. But then Jen checks in with a most generous gifted one membership. She's a member defender. Now, this is a funny one. Thanks, Jen. You've been very steady with this. You guys are so good to me in that regard. Thank you, Pecan and Juggalette Jen. Then I said good morning to Juggalette Jen and good morning, DJ Electrify, because DJ Electrify called that gifted membership. Pecan let me know that DJ Electrify was lifted and gifted by Juggalette Jen. So I figured since it got her attention, we would say, hello, DJ Electrify. Hi,
hello.
Remember? Didn't do nothing, but thank you. Great.
Hello, DJ Electrify. Hello, DJ Electrify's lawyers.
Hope you on Hack Rider well, whatever. I'll tell you. Just a Guest checks in number 6, but I say you're number 1. Just a Guest checks in for the vibe. And then Just a Guest acknowledged by our friend Pecan 420. You had those fun matches last night. Bobby is and still champion. I am and still champion. So there we go. Just a Guest is having fun with the emojis. Mandy Diff checks in on Friday for positive vibes. She brings it. The resident fishing expert. That is Mandy Diff. And she simply acknowledges me. Hi, Mandy. How you doing, girlfriend? Captain Nick, Andrew, and Scott. Well, I wish those guys were here, too. We'll see if they don't come along at some point later on. But we do know that Johnny Russo will be joining us for the news and let us know about writing a book with Louis J. Gomez and when we can get a hold of that. Just email and spot. Well, who decided to come to work today? Thank you very much. Mandy Div Hoya from Pecan 420. Mandy Diff shouts out Pecan 420 and then utilizes his emojis, having fun with those. There's the Nightbot doing the Brian Clauder thing. I guess it's that time, Bobby Nick. Let's do that in the show right here. Right now, I'll go to the Brian Clauder thing. Let's see if it's been 24 hours or not. So we'll just update it every day for people because I like to think that new people are joining us every day. So for those of you that didn't see it the first time, or some new people, our friend Brian Clauder is trying to be part of a Friday the 13th contest. And it simply says you decide who wins the sinister $13,000 and meets Jamie Lee Curtis, Matthew Lillard, and Kane Hodder as part of a new kind of remake situation that they're going to do. So help Brian Clauder qualify and get to the next round of voting and may possibly win $13,000 by clicking right here. This is where I'm going to have to unshare for a second. I hit vote. There's my one free vote. Oh, come on, click it. Free. There we go. I'm verifying with Facebook, but not so as you can see my credentials. And then I'll show you that my vote counted. And I know Bobby Nick normally does this at the same time too.
I did.
So let's show everybody.
Well,
and let's help our bro because, hey, man, it's always good to know somebody that has 13,000 sitting around, maybe a little extra 13,000. And he's already generous to me with super chats and whatnot, with memberships and all, and without the 13,000. But help our brother out. He's just trying to do something fun. Do something there. So there you go. And there's a little bio on him. You can go back to his profile and read all about it. There you go. Hook up our brother, Brian Clauder, who just happens to check in with one gifted membership. It wasn't like I saw that coming and I said, I'll do that. Thanks for being a member defender, Brian Clauder. Hey, come on, play it. Play it. There it is. Whoa, I haven't seen her in any of the chats in a minute. The only F Mammy. Oh. Caught that one. Mammy. Mammy. She hates when I call her Mammy. Nah, Mammy. I love you, Mammy. I love your mommy, too. How about that? Only F Mammy caught that one. Ray, wait a minute. Ray is a god, says only Terry Nee. Only Terry Nee or Scott Fitzpatrick would say that. They're literally the only two people that would say that. That's right. You've seen Ray DeVito as part of the opening liftoff reel. Terry Nee took out from our friend Pecan 420. Pecan, you get the shout out love from Terry Nee. Terry was hanging out, of course, with us last night, having a lot of fun, teasing Liz about the whole thing, Governor Whitmer's situation and all that stuff. When Chris stepped in it and then Brutal Pain jumped in. So yeah, we did that. We did 45 minutes this time on YouTube last night. On the show I'm talking about is Replayables. We watch videos, we drink, smoke, laugh, and joke, and then we shifted over to Rumble, and I play some music songs based on all the stuff, our topics that we were talking about, and kind of mix those in over on the Rumble side. Wait a minute, Terry Nee has breaking news. Oh shit, he heard Ozzy died. Oh damn, man! Why you just gonna break it to me in a chat like that? You're just gonna tell me like that? Like you can't ease me into it, Terry Nee? Damn, son. Pecan, shouts out again, Terry Nee. Yeah, we had a lot of fun last night. Always have fun. Bone Loads checks in with the Andrew emojis. The boy ain't even here, and he's getting all the emojis and getting more love from our West Coast friend Bone Loads checking in. Hey, Bone Loads, I'm curious what if you're still in the chat. I'd be curious of your comments about the whole Micah Parsons trade. I threw that in because I thought Andrew would be excited about that because I don't think a lot of NFL fans saw that coming at the last minute. It seemed like Jerry Jones and I thought they were going to make a deal. Bone Loads, Bones Up from Pecan 420 and ahoy. Bone Loads shouts out you in return, Pecan. There's the link bot running the Shawnee Zone. Wavy G checks in, and we always try to get him before he goes to bed. I'm so glad to be part of this stream. Hey, that's lame. That is so lame when he changes stream.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, bro, it's lame. You do the same joke every time, like the Canada C from cocaine. See, cocaine. That's lame too. Don't do that. It's not from cocaine. Let me see. Brian Clauder says, wow, episode 100 felt like yesterday. Isn't that amazing, Brian Clauder? And you were like, you got to do this show every day, BF. And now, thanks to you, I'm up to 373 shows after this being a weekly show. So Terry Nee says, Bobby Nick's butt cheeks. Whoa, he's throwing a lot of emojis. Wow. He's so horny for you today. He's treating you like Wendy over here, Bobby Nick.
He loved me long time.
He is apparently so. He is ready to go. Brian Clauder, Hoya brother from Pecan 420. There's Scott Fitzpatrick, link box running. Not sure if Scott comes here today, we'll go in the hole, but I don't like going near Scott's hole unless Scott is attending, unless he's present. So we'll see if Scott shows up. But if you don't want to wait to go to Scott's hole and watch some of these fun locale videos, you can just go to those channels right there by clicking on that link box. I'm not even going to try it there in Pecan. Remember when Eric the actor, ETM, come on, man, you are old school. You remember when Eric the Midget quit the Stern Show because of Chris Benoit? I remember he quit the show for a lot of reasons. Bonuts, I'm trying to remember that, where they busted on him about Chris Benoit. I'm trying to remember the context. I smoked a lot of weed. Terry Nee gets acknowledged from Mandy Diff. Bone Loads gets acknowledged from Mandy Diff. The narcissist in the cape checks in and says, I thought you were a mod, Mandy Diff, ? Well, no, not quite yet, but don't do be in here starting that mod trouble over here. That's Terry Nee's job. Terry Nee's the one that asked people why they don't have wrenches before now. How you doing, narcissist in the cape checking in? BF Live and Captain Nick. Salute to Mandy Nick. Mandy, I called her Mandy Nick instead of Mandy Diff. Ooh, Bobby Diff and Mandy Nick. The narcissist.
Well, I mean, we are internet wife and husband.
Oh my God, the way you guys are all together all hours of the night. Nope, I'm fine with that too, says Mandy Diff. Oscar Maggot DK checks in, laughing already. How you doing, Oscar Maggot? Thanks for checking in on The Vibe. We're about to do the not-so-serious news and have a lot of fun. And then in the second hour, joining us for the news is going to be the author Johnny Russo, who helped co-write the Louis J. Gomez book, among others. We're going to talk about that experience and just catch up with him because we haven't talked to him in a couple of months. Hey, Pecan from Narcissus in the Cape. On Nick's channel I am. You're talking like Yoda in my chat. Nick's channel I am. Good it is. Good it is to watch. Nick's channel I am. You're not co-streaming, are you? Okay. Oh, on a mod. That's what she meant. There you go. Oscar's Maggot DK seems mean. Well, we're talking. Let's see. Oh, okay, Mandy. I couldn't remember. There you go. Let's see. Say orange shark. I don't know. I don't trust him to do anything. Say that 5 times. Orange shark. Orange. Mm-hmm. Shark. Orange shark.
Shark.
It has a little rhythm to it when you get it going fast, or you do it fast. Orange shark, do orange shark, orange shark, do, orange shark. That is orange shark. Wow, that's an interesting one, Terry Nee. Pecan, there's the link right there. If you want to see these fun matches that you want me saying we're and still champion, what are you talking about? What kind of belt do you have? You go to Pecan 420 and you can see the matches Bobby, Nick, and I are referring to, and you can click on that for all Andrew Giant links. Mandy says, I bet this orange shark is AI. I've seen Tiger Marlin. No such thing. I hope this shark is not AI. Well, Mandy, you are the resident fishing expert, so you better be here. When I slide over to my news desk, because this is very scientific, and this is supposed to be legit documentation, Mandy, so I'm going to want your expert opinion, being the resident fishing expert on The Vibe. I've seen so many AI fish. We're going to bring it to my expert right here. That's why you got to be here for the news, because Mandy is, in fact, that expert. Let's see. We got Matt checking in. BF in the Midday Freaks. What's up, Matt? Matt a tat. Cigs up, smoke them if you got them. Well, I don't have cigs, but you know what I'm having, buddy. You know what I always got. I'm in the Bible, so I got my thing ready to go, ready to have fun and get the weekend started before it even starts. Matt gets acknowledged from Pecan 420. What's up, B? Thanks for the acknowledgement. There are narcissists in the Cape checking in. Tiffany Washington's listening on the headphones. Or she just felt like displaying headphones. How you doing, Tiffany Washington? Checking in. Oh, we're going to need now, I'm looking for the update. If he's not in here, you're going to have to speak for him. Let us know where he is. Hi, Tiff Hoya from Pecan 420. Matt shouts out Pecan 420 as we're nearing the end of this opening chat family check-in. Wavy G says, Pecan, go Reds, Cincinnati Chili. Oh, shit. They're talking about their Cincinnati love. There's FJM, the calcified kid. Late and heterosexual, Jim? I don't know, buddy. Late, but I be here now. So good day to you all, says FJM. He goes by the calcified kid. Keep those arteries open there, FJM, my friend, checking in. Let's go. DJ gets to that. Hi, DJ. Hi, like It's not what I did, it's what I didn't do. That's a country song. Slurpees emojis are being utilized by Mandy Diff. And the WWE Wendy emoji, indicating that BF Live The Vibe were different, were refreshing. Plus, where else are you going to find a channel that has a WWE emoji with Wendy in wrestling gear? Right here on The Vibe. Scott Fitzpatrick links are running. Voted for just a guess says for Brian Clutter. Johnny A checks in on the chat family check-in and says, "What's up, man?" He's got positive vibes, and he always asks to hit that like button, please, wherever you're enjoying the show today. I voted also for Brian Clauder, says Mandy Diff. I've been voting every day, says Electric Gino. Electric Gino. And Articulate John checks in and says, "Nice porn stash." You talking about mine or? I used to have, I had some porn stash. Bob, there was a day where I didn't maintain this thing. Of course, it's gotten a lot grayer now, but there was a day where this is like some Guido shit right here, boy. I told you about that time where I had like my facial hair kind of growing in and we were all fucked up and I went to the liquor store because I used to look Mexican because I didn't like maintain my shit, Bob. It would grow over the lip and it would grow down the corners and shit. And so we were all fucked up and went to the liquor store one day and I was like legit and the woman looked at my license and she was like a Latino lady and she's like looking at me and looking back and forth and I'm paranoid. I'm like, what the fuck's going on? She goes, "Hey, I thought you might be related to me, Holmes." I'm like, that's how long my hair was that a Latino woman thought. She's like, "I thought that I might be related to you for a minute, huh?" I'm like, "No, don't think so." So that's what that was. Nice porn stash, says Articulate John. Already voted, says FJM checking in. Mandy Div is get the acknowledgement from our friend Matt Problems. There's Oscar Electric. Shouts out Pecan 420. Thank you for all the delicious and cool artwork from Oscar Electric. All the fun. FJM gets acknowledged from Matt Problems. Matt acknowledges Oscar in return. Oscar and Matt are throwing the love to each other. There's the Brian Clauder link if you didn't see what we're talking about. Narcissus in the Cape shouts you out with the soul peace sign right there, Bobby. From the Narcissus in the Cape. Mandy gets shout out.
These budgets, yes, sir.
As well as Tyranny. Both by Oscar Electric. Gino gets acknowledged by Oscar. The Narcissus in the Cape is laughing already, and we haven't even gummed up but the chat family check-in. Howdy, Oscar Electric. Pecan 420 shouts out Oscar Electric, my brother. Jim Fanning says, "I'm a Cowboy fan." Well, I'll be interested in your point of view. You can throw it in now or you can wait till we actually do the story, Jim. But yeah, you were probably like legit surprised that Micah Parsons actually got let go by the Cowboys. I couldn't believe that Jerry Jones can normally make those things happen. So we'll see. So close to the beginning of the season, what everybody thinks about that one. Good morning to my brother BF. Hey, that's me. And my brother Bobby Nick. That's you. I know I've been missing in action at night. Missing action in the night. Oh, I have a good reason. Well, it's all right. We understand, even though it can be you can stick in our spokes, we understand that some of you have lives and other things to attend to and other people that are, more needy than us maybe, or a need that's more than us. Oscar Electric, good to know that. Thank you. There's a BF Live the Vibe membership link if you care to support me with a monthly membership. Ozzy, what? Lies, says Terry. Oh, Terry, you better break it to Oscar Electric about him dying. I don't know. It's MIA, not MAI. We got that. Narcissus in the Cape is still rolling. Electric Gino shouts out Pete Hunt. There's Nightbots running. Pete Hunt shouts out Electric Gino with the Hoya. And we are nearing the end of this opening chat family check-in. When is Wendy coming on? I love her. Well, if she got up early enough, Bobby Nick, she could come on anytime she wants.
Right, yeah.
Bobby Nick normally has some type of awareness based on the messages that she gets from Wendy, and based on that's how we ended up with breaking poos, because we would wonder Wendy's status, and he would go, "Oh boy, I know what Wendy's doing because I'm getting breaking poos." So no pictures yet, Bob?
Nothing yet. I have talked to her this morning. She is up, but
that's cool. Well, I've told you personally that she always has carte blanche. Like if she ever wakes up and gets in your messenger and goes, "I would like to come on the show," and you just let me know so I can plan on her coming. But yeah, she can. I never would refuse my friend Wendy, because you know what we say here on BF the Vibe about Wendy. We say this as soon as I find the letter. Come on, oh my shit! Every time I add another sound, it shifts my rows.
Oh,
here it is.
She shits up her pants,
'cause she's always a Wendy to me. You know what to do. You know what to do, Poppy. Yeah, some of the first times, like when Stormy was involved in getting her on, and we had like make sure she was awake, and but she came on like early on, and we had a lot of fun with her going over the time where she did the bowling with Gary the retard, up in Howard Stern's room that had a bowling alley in it when they went to Vegas, and also that was one of the fun times that we've had here reviewing Wendy right here. LOL already. Baby G Hoya from Pecan 420. Widow Killer says, breaking news. Cody Rhodes and his wife Brandy just had their second daughter. What do you? I don't have Andrew here like breaking in what his non-sequiturs. I got you doing it in the chat. But you're right about that. I saw that as well in the chat today, that they had themselves a little baby, Cody Rhodes, the wrestler, and his wife Brandy, as said by Widow Killer. FJM gets acknowledged by Pecan 420. Widow Killer Hoya from Pecan 420. I have deep butt cheeks, says Jim Fanning. Motherfuckers on a t-shirt. What? I have deep butt cheeks, motherfuckers on a t-shirt. Really? That's interesting. You have a deep butt cheeks t-shirt yet? Let me see. Perhaps we need that one next. Just 2 deep butt cheeks.
Yeah.
Sir Pecan from FJM. We haven't got we got Gimme Bezos checking in. We haven't gotten the report about Bart yet. So Tiff might have to let us know. Just Bart was supposed to be checking out of the hospital sometime yesterday.
He did.
Nice.
He did. He's out.
Nice.
He's out.
Good.
He's at home.
Good.
Yeah.
All right, good to know. Hola, everyone, says Gimme Bezos checking in. I bought Kumia's audio book, but haven't listened to it yet. Well, I have to do that because he also co-wrote that one. He did the Tom Dreesen book. He did the Kumia book. We talked about that last time. And now he's going to come and talk about the Louis J. Gomez book and comment on news and such like that. So we'll be hanging out with him and see how that kind of process went. Bobby Fran and Bobby Nick, we do with Bobby's getting acknowledged by Juggalette Jen, who'll be making her return to Podcasting with Bobby Nick tonight. On Bobby Nick 1978. We'll give you the plugs at the end of the show. Juggalette Jen, whoop and whoop from Pecan 420. Whoop and whoop, Commissioner from Juggalette Jen. Here's Tiffany Washington saying Bart is home from the hospital as of last night. He said hi to Bobby Nick live last night. He is at a doctor's appointment right now. Well, he should go live and say hello to us. No, that's all right. I hope he's doing good. Gimme Bezos, Olaf from Pecan 420. Wavy G's laughing, which is good. I love positive vibes and seeing people laughing and talking to each other. Tiffany Washington saying hi, Pecan. Cape Wavy. Whoa, Cape Wavy. That sounds like a weird cape. BF, if you grow a mustache, you got to sit. You got to sit like Raleigh Fingers or the Iron Sheik. Yeah, I humble you. I have to do the curly one and shit, man, like those strong men and all that shit. Man, see, I got a mustache. See, Snidely Whiplash, like that one. Man, I got a Snidely Whiplash. See, has Scott been stuck in a low-cal hole? See, I know he's had tooth pain, and sometimes he has things that he has to deal with, business-wise, get on phone calls and shit like that. Style, not sit, stupid. Autocorrect. I knew what you meant. I got what you meant. As soon as you were talking about mustaches. Now, I get that Mandy Diff is having fun with the membership emojis right here. All the Slurpees, all the Wendy's, Slurpees, Wendy. But you can only do that if you're a member here on the Vibe. All right, we are getting near. Johnny A checks in and says, Andrew's got to be happy with them Cowboys. Yeah, because they sent a really good player to his Packers. Sent that Packer away. I think Jerry Jones has been hanging around with Joe Biden. I don't know, but you know, Jim, if you are a Cowboys fan, my whole contention is that ever since he had success and only won a Super Bowl with Jimmy Johnson and him together, he believes that I think he thought that he was the guy that made that happen, and Jimmy Johnson was the personnel guy. He's the guy that made it happen. And I don't think Jerry Jones' ego has ever allowed him to believe that he can't start to run a team like Jimmy Johnson has. He's nowhere near as capable as Jimmy Johnson. Jimmy Johnson knew everything about the players and how to draft. Jerry Jones was just the guy that hired the right guy, and he hasn't won a Super Bowl without Jimmy Johnson. So you know that much. Happy Labor Day, folks, says Donaghy 0526. Donna G. I said Donaghy. I did like McKine. It's Donaghy. I did like McKine. Donna G checks in. Hello, Donaghy. She was gifted a membership just the other day. The lovely Donna G checks in on the Friday before Labor Day and says, Happy Labor Day, folks. Hoya, and have a great day. Well, Hoya to you, the lovely Donna G checks in. All right, that is awesome.
Can I get a Hoya?
Happy Labor Day, Donaghy. FJM says his reasoning to stop the run makes no fucking sense. Parsons is going to go off on week 4. They meet each other. That's right. The Packers and the Cowboys will meet each other, the team that he was traded from. Donna G. Hoya from our friend Pecan. 100% he agrees with my assessment of the Jimmy Johnson thing, and it hasn't been the same. Hey, Pecan from Donna G. And with that last chat, that is the conclusion of the opening chat family check-in. Now, let's get on with the show.
yourselves.
That is what we do here in the Vibe. You talk amongst yourselves. In the chat family, you talk with me and Bobby Nick, and we're going to have a lot of fun doing this today. Hanging out on BF Live, the Vibe stream show 373 with my dude, Bobby Nick. Yeah, no Andrew, no Scott yet, Bobby Nick. I don't know, buddy.
Nothing. Yeah, I don't know.
That's weird.
These guys. I asked Andrew if he'd be here today. He said, "Oh yeah, I'll be here."
Interesting. I know he loves doing this shit, so there's normally a good reason why he's not here.
Yeah, usually.
Brian Glauder acknowledges Donna G with some hearts and says, "Hey, Dana G." I love all the spelling issues that happen. We got Dana G. All right, Dana G, Donna G. All right, we're gonna keep going here on BF Live, the Vibe. All right, let's watch a little. I'm going to play here. We're going to get to the news in a couple minutes, but I'm going to wait, try to get it to the top of the hour so we can get Johnny Russo in here because I'm looking forward to that, Bobby Nick. Johnny Russo stopping by. See what that's all about. Let's watch a little baseball here. I call this one 2 balls, 3 strikes. 2 balls, 3 strikes. Oh, number 1. No. Umpire takes a nut shot. So 2 balls. That's 1 strike, if you will. So you follow my pattern. 2 balls. He's got the 2 balls. 3 strikes. Let's see if he gets hit again. We got it. That's a walk-off. You got to walk that one off, Bobby Nick. You saw that, right? He was down in that hunch thing. Isn't that something when you I don't know what it is that Bobby Nick we've all sensed that experience when you got kicked in the balls or you accidentally hit them too hard. And what is it about that pain that just like goes through your body and your entire body and your soul? Like what is that? I don't know.
Yeah, it feels like your nuts are in your stomach.
There's nothing else that you do, like nothing that you don't bump your arm or bump any other part of your body that it feels. But man, when somebody get a nut shot, man, and the way you have to like pause and go, wait a minute, I just gotta let this go through me. Wait, you have to like literally like wait for it to go through your body and then go, okay, okay. All right, so this is it. Here I got hit 2 balls, 1 strike. Let's see strike number 2. Here we go. Oh, strike 2. Strike 2. Let's see what we got.
Poor man.
Walk it off. Put some tussin on it. Ooh.
He needs to get a cup or something.
And that's funny. Well, and I don't know, Bob, but we should let's see if we can tell by the hit. Let's see if we can tell anything by the hit. If you think he's wearing a cup or not. Let's see. Ooh. That second, it sounded like it hit a cup, but that, even if it hits a cup, that can still smart.
I guess. Huh?
Good job, bud. Walk it off. Ooh. It's glorious. Oh, that's it. He's down. He's down for the count, Bobby. He's like, I can't take anymore.
Man.
He ain't walking that one off. Look, the catcher's running away. He's like, oh man, he got his balls destroyed. Holy shit. That was funny, man. That's why I called that 2 balls, 3 strikes. And he's down, says 2 joints. He checks in for positive vibes. How you doing, 2 joints, brother? Always hanging out with Bobby Nick. All hours of night, daylight, no matter what time. 2 joints is hanging out with Bobby Nick. Yeah. I say that all the time. Skinny coach offered to rub them. He hurt his balls. I heard Perry Caravello was on the stands. He said, I'll help you.
Shut the fuck up.
Well, you wanted to rub him right away. You're ready to caress him. You knew what was right. We're going to talk about Perry a little bit last night because I know that Johnny is a Perry guy. So that's another thing that we're going to get down to talking about because Perry was being some Perry last night. He's been doing Thursday night shows lately in lieu of, they said for a while they're going to be doing Thursdays because of whatever scheduling issue they had because they used to do Mondays and Fridays. And so we'll get into that. Let me see what we got here. We got here another one. I want to know if everybody's seen this guy out on the corner right here on the VOD. Let's see. Check this out. You ever seen this guy on the corner?
This giant pee jug is still out here. I don't know what he's trying to draw attention to, but his sign literally says, "Born to shit, forced to wipe."
What does that mean? Who's forcing him to wipe? Born to shit, forced to. What is this? I'm like, exactly. Like, where are we getting shit talk out of a piss jug, man?
I don't know if he hates toilet paper, but he's been across from Buc-ee's every day for like the last month. But
that's all anybody talks about here, and I've never been. It's a trucker bomb. the trucker bomb. Oh, where they piss into them and then they throw them out the window when they're going down the road, Terry Nee? Is that what you're saying? I've heard of legends of that. I think they do that.
Giant pee jug.
All right, so I get that part, Terry Nee, but then can you explain the born the ship, force the white part? Can you explain?
Yeah,
it's still out here.
I don't know. I'll go with your logic on the piss jug thing, Terry.
But his sign literally says, "Born to shit, forced to wipe." I don't know if he hates toilet paper, but he's been across from Buc-ee's every day for like the last month. But this
there you go. Remember Bobby Nick that Riley Martin famously had a piss jug. You motherfucker, you understand? I'm too lazy, too drunk. He paid to fall over. But I guess that's what I think it was, Bobby Nick. I think he was one of those. He was drunk, and then he probably fell more times going to the bathroom. So yeah, that was fun. All right. All right, let's see. Well, I got to share it with you right here on the Vibe. I thought this thing was cool, Bob. I want to show this to you real quick. This is like a Friday thing, so I'm like, definitely clearing out my load. What's it? Clearing out my load Friday. What we used to call this on Friday? Let's see. Emptying out my box Friday. But look,
something like that. Yeah.
Let's see. This is called a typogram, Bobby Nick. And so it's a picture made up all of words, but all the words pertain to the actual item. So look at this. I thought this was pretty cool. A typogram is a word or series of words written and disposed in such a manner that they illustrate what they mean. Artist Aaron Kuhn brings the typograms at a new level by dwarring complex systems depicted using only the names of their parts. So I thought this was cool, Bob and Nick. So you got the top tube, the down tube, but they used all the words, all of the typogram. I can't say I've ever seen like a picture quite like this one, Bob. You see anything like this that you remember?
No.
Look at that chain. Everything has a name. Everything has a name. Tire. They just got tire all the way around. Air rim. Spoke. That's cool. The brake. Down tube. Shifter. Brake again. The seat stay. Saddle. Seat post. I thought that was pretty cool. I'll have to try to find other examples of this. What do you think, Terry Nee? You like this typogram? What do you know about them typograms? Let me see. Tiffany Washington. Terry Nee's getting loved by two joints checking in. All right. Typogram, Bobby Nick. About to get one made of Andrew. Like Andrew's wheelchair. Andrew. All right. All right. I'm just killing a little time waiting for our friend. Just emptying out the hopper. It's an empty out the hopper Friday, I guess. What was this one called? I got a video. Oh, this one's called A Special Wrestler Coming. You ever see Marty McFly wrestle? I got Marty McFly wrestling. Check this shit out here on the Vibe. Let me share this tab instead. Watch this. He's wrestling a girl. That's like Matt Cardona. I know of this guy. So they're doing what P-Cunt wants to do in his game. They're doing it for real, Bobby Nick.
Yeah.
They got intergender wrestling. He like slammed her ass. But that ain't enough. He's going in Marty McFly with the barbed wire airboard. It's a barbed wire airboard, Bobby Nick. And takes her out with the... They're saying Matt's a bitch. Oh, well, see, I got all these cool... I got all these cool... I got wrestling videos and sports stories. I thought that was funny. I don't know why they had to have Marty McFly wrap barbed wire around like an hoverboard. I don't know why that angle was a thing. But, yeah, I got all these cool videos, and I got sports stories, and I got no Andrew, Bobby Nick. How about that?
Yeah, it's crazy.
You know,
he would be mad at himself right now, I think.
Oh yeah, I got some good shit for him. I'll think of Andrew, and I'm like, I could pull this for Andrew or whatever. Yeah, you know that one video with the 2 balls, 1 strike. He would have liked that video, but for Andrew, it would have been called 1 ball, 3 strikes. I guess, right?
I only have 1 testicle.
That's right, because Andrew famously only has 1 testicle right here on the Vibe. All right. Ooh, I want to show you this. That's right. It's an empty your hopper. Blow your load Friday right here, Bobby Nick. We're gonna try to confuse the algorithm right here as we're waiting for the top of the hour, and then we're gonna have Johnny Russo join us, and I'll slide over to my news desk, and we'll do news and comment. We're gonna have some fun discussing all these stories and seeing what Johnny's been up to lately. But now I'm just sharing some video. It's like a blow your load Friday. That's what I called it, Bobby.
Blow your load Friday. There you go.
That's what it was. I'm blowing my load. I got everything in the hopper. I'm blowing my load in the hopper, cleaning everything out, Bob. We're gonna confuse the algorithm right here and play a combination of Motorhead's Ace of Spades versus Notorious B.I.G.'s Juicy. Check out this guy, this busker here. Check out busker version right here.
Fuck yeah.
Check out. Sitting on his amp, figured out a snare in his bass. Got drums, snares, cymbals, foot pedals.
Oh, yeah.
People of Earth, how are you?
Here we go, Bob. Two Joints knows who he is.
Yeah.
I'm real. Earth, how are you?
I thought that was pretty good, Bob and Nick. I started watching this, and it's 6 minutes long. I can't play the whole 6 minutes. I just played you 3 of it. But that was pretty good.
Shit. Holy shit. That was fucking awesome.
You know, they always throwing shit in my algorithm, and I saw something that said it's called Motorhead Ace of Spades. I see that. I'm like, you got me, right? You got me so far. And then it says versus Notorious B.I.G. And then I'm like, what? Juicy, and I'm like, I gotta hear this. And then you listen to it and you walk through it, and it's not a bad little song. And it seems like that I like that stuff, just natural talent. It seemed like our boy Two Joints was already turned on to this guy. He knew that it was George Floyd Henry, as you can see by the name on the video. This says Lewis Floyd Henry. I guess it's all in there somewhere, Two Joints. But Two Joints was aware of this guy. Terry Nee says the exact origin of the phrase born to shit, forced to wipe is unknown, but it is considered a humorous expression about life's inevitable and often unpleasant task, getting things covered up, I hear backstage, and has circulated as a meme. The phrase uses absurd humor to convey a sense of inescapable cycles, similar to how it appeared in the context of an online discussion about a violent act. Oh, that's enough there, Terry Nee. God damn, that's a more than we wanted to know from Terry Nee. Norman, it's a more you know. That's a more than we wanted to know from Terry Nee, I guess, right there. Here we go. I enjoyed that. Well, that's the idea of what I'm going for here, Tiffany Washington. So thanks for letting me know that I hit the mark just right. Tiff, you going to be on the Power Hour later? Says Rob Taker. Mr. Rob Taker checks in. What's up, Rob? All right, well, this is working out just good. I'm emptied out the hopper a little bit, blew my load off of there a little bit, and then our guest has just slid in backstage. So this will allow us to say hello, slide over to my news desk, and do a few news stories, have fun talking about them at length. All right, you ready to come in now? Because I'm going to introduce you guys. All right, I believe he's ready to go, folks. So he was here a couple months ago. I don't know, 6 months. It's all a blur now because I'm up to 373 shows. But no matter what show it was, we had a lot of fun. I'm glad that he's back again. Let's see what he's been up to and what he's been doing. He's my friend. He's yours. He is the writer extraordinaire. Johnny Russo steps in on the vibe. Johnny.
How you doing, man?
How you doing, John? How you been, buddy?
I'm good, man. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been like you said, 6 months.
Yeah, I know. It's hard. Days fly by in this podcast where I seem like I step away and the time or things move differently from when I'm in the front of the camera or not, buddy. So what you been up to? I understand you've. We won't jump too much right to it, but you have been. I told people that you were working with Louis J. Gomez about the book, and we'll talk about that a little bit too, right?
Yeah. I took like a 6-month hiatus. I think the last time I was on was I think like the end of February. Was I did your show? I did Bob's show in the morning. Then your show, and then I did Kevin Brennan's show after a few drinks, and I got him kicked off of YouTube for a week.
Nice,
yeah, I remember that.
Oh, you were part of that thing, yeah? Because I remember, I do kind of remember that he was off of YouTube for a minute there, yeah. With MLC was off, and he was on Rumble, and I remember thinking, wow, Kevin had to go to Rumble. Wow, my goodness.
Yeah, unintentionally too. It was unintentional, but it happened. But yeah, so I just wanted to take a break. I wanted to get the Lewis book done with. And then kind of resurface now with something to talk about, at least,
No, that's really great, man. So we'll get into talking about that. I mean, I wanted everybody to say hello to you, and we're going to do the news and all, and then maybe you're going to stick around after the news, and I'll talk to you more about that then.
Yeah, I'm good till 3:00.
Fuck it, and that's what we're going to do then. Because I try to pick some fun stories, some absurd stories that we can have fun here when we do the vibe, not so serious news. So I'd like to get your take on all of those. We got FKB from Terry Nee checking in. The Power Hour is back? Question mark. What is up, fellow fuckfaces? Says Mumbling Nick checking in. Let's see. We have. I'm the only one here for Johnny's professional gambling advice. Oh shit! So you excited that these football and all the seasons are starting up, Johnny?
I just heard you talk about the Micah Parsons thing.
Yeah.
As a Giant fan, yeah, good, get him out.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I think it was such like an ego move by Jerry Jones. It was just like two egos and he would back down first. I think he offered him, went behind the agent's back and offered him 40 million is, but Green Bay was going to give him 47. I think the Cowboys did the right thing. They got 2 first-round draft picks. They got a defensive tackle that's good at stopping the run, which Micah really wasn't good at. He's kind of a speed rusher.
Yeah.
So I think the Cowboys actually worked out pretty good for him. And no defensive player is worth 47 or $50 million a year. I mean,
they say he's the highest paid non-quarterback player in the history of the NFL now. Other than a quarterback, he's the highest paid player.
That's crazy.
For defenders and all. So and that definitely egos were definitely involved. And I heard that little story I heard Jerry Jones saying, yeah, me and Micah worked it out. So the agent could just do the paperwork and kind of do what he's got to do. And I'm like, I don't think an agent's going to take that very well. The agent is the one that wants to be pushing that button, not just doing the paperwork of Jerry Jones or something, right?
Yeah, the agent wants that 10% of the $47 million a year.
That's another thing. Yeah, if they negotiate that without him, the agent's probably sitting there going, "Hey, fuck you! What did I? I ain't getting left out of this shit." And also, but I am kind of surprised because Jerry Jones, more often than not, kind of does win those battles and will kind of acquiesce and give those guys what they want more often than not.
I mean, the buck stops with him. Did you see that new documentary that came out about a week ago about the Cowboys on Netflix?
I haven't, Peanut. Yeah, what do you know about it?
It's really good. And it's kind of what they just take it from when Jerry bought the team until their last Super Bowl and like the Jimmy Johnson, him leading the team. And it was basically that time period, but it was very well done. It's a really good documentary.
You know, I was I'm still a fairly big fan now, but I was definitely a big fan then. And you could see the egos at work, like during the season and all, because Jerry Jones was that guy and Jimmy Johnson was that #1 alpha guy, right? And so that was the issue. And we just talked about this in the chat during the opening chat family check-in, is that I believe that Jerry Jones got the notion in his brain only by being associated with Jimmy Johnson. Hey, I'm a football guy. I can do this too. Hey, I can do this. I can recruit draft picks and all. But you see how successful it's been. It has not been since he's been doing it by himself, right?
Yeah, and they were
as far as Super Bowls.
Friends. Like when Jerry bought the team, he knew that Landry was going out, and he wanted Jimmy Jones to take over. But you know, the Dallas Cowboy fans, and like, you're going to replace the legend Tom Landry with
that was tough at the time.
Coach?
That was tough at the time. Yeah, that went over like a fart in church at the time, because you were basically firing God at the time when you fired Tom Landry, the guy with the hat. Yeah, like, oh, you got to go in there and fire God, basically, a football god. And yeah, that was a weird time. Yeah,
it would be like firing Lombardi. Like
exactly, it was definitely along those lines. Yep. When Jerry fired the best coach ever. Yeah, absolutely. Like Jerry, he was the GM. He was the mind behind those draft picks. He knew those guys were in Miami. He knew where to get good guys. And Jerry Jones just does not have that fundamental understanding of talent that Jimmy Johnson does. And that's key. It's all about talent in the NFL.
He's like, Jerry Jones is like George Steinbrenner on steroids. I mean, Steinbrenner at least knew he had to hire people to run the team. I mean, he would fire them immediately if he didn't like
Yes. Yeah.
But Jerry Jones is like, fuck it, I'll do it. You know,
yeah,
it's
and
horrible.
And you see the results. And I just kind of felt it at the time. I'm like, this guy thinks that he can do this without Jerry Jones, and I mean with Jimmy Johnson. And why would you break up such a good thing? Those egos, they want them. Somebody had to win out, and that's what happens when somebody has to win out.
It's always an ego thing. In the end, it comes down to, you know, the biggest swinging ding in the room. And when you have success, everybody thinks it's because of them. You know, Jimmy thought it was because of him, and it mostly was because of Jimmy. But Jerry thought it was because of him. Well, I hired Jimmy.
Yep.
You know, so
exactly, all of it, right? Well, I hired him, so I'm smart enough to hire him, so it's still me. Exactly, buddy. All right, well, why don't I do this? Because I got a few stories I want to talk about in my thumbnail today. You know, one of them was Micah, but I got a Dunkin' Donut story, I got an Orange Shark story, I got a sexy bikini report, and we're going to have fun with the news. With Johnny Russo right now, I'm going to slide over to my news desk, and we're going to have fun with the Vibe other news, or not so serious news, with a comment from Johnny Russo checking in. Let's go, come on. Let's get into it. I'm over here at the news desk now. We got Bobby Nick, our friend and guest Johnny Russo, sitting in on the news for news and comment on the Vibe, other news or not so serious news. Well, Johnny, I know you've kind of doxed yourself before. I think you said you go back before between like New York and Florida now. Are you in your Florida thing, right? Doing your thing?
Yeah, I'm in Florida now. I'll be back in New York in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
I got the next book I'm working on is with a Barstool sports personality. Big gambling guy, and actually lives where I kind of grew up, and we have mutual friends. So be back in New York, following that up.
Awesome. So, and this is probably quite literally, it's all about who you know situation, right? People see that you're comfortable maybe working with Anthony Cumia, and they go, hey, man, maybe you could help me. And then maybe they see you work with Louis J. Gomez, and they say, hey, maybe you can work with me. Does it kind of work like that for you?
That's exactly how it works. Like one begets the other. I don't think I would have gotten the Lewis book if I didn't work with Cumia on his first two books.
There you go.
So
right.
It's like one step leads you to the next step.
That's good shit, man. And after the news, I want to talk about your process, and because I can tell, and you told us this earlier on, you said this isn't necessarily going to be about Skankfest and becoming famous and all that stuff. You know, this is going to be more about the origin story of Louis J. Gomez and some of the things he went through in his early life that shaped him who he was.
Yeah, I mean, this is my 8th book. And it's the first time I've ever worked with somebody that's my own age. I mean, I turned 43 in a couple of weeks, and Louis turned 43 on April Fool's Day.
Yeah.
and we grew up about an hour away from each other, but couldn't have had different upbringings. Like where I grew up, it was nobody got divorced. It was safe. It was clean. It was quiet. It was barbecues and baseball.
Right.
An hour west, Lewis, in Patterson, New Jersey, his father gets stabbed outside of a nightclub, outside of a strip club.
Yeah.
And years later, his mother dies of a heroin overdose. And
that's rough.
Childhood is just ruthless bullying and getting in fights. And
so obviously he's been through some shit, and I'm going to talk about it. We're getting a little ahead of ourselves, but I want to talk about it because I know that it's got to be interesting to kind of sit there and trying to field those stories and trying to, process all those emotions. But I don't want to get too far ahead of talking about that in the deep way I want to talk about it. I want to talk about this first story in the news. What I was getting at with you being in Florida is that, and coming back and forth, is that summer's ending, bro, is what I'm feeling. I'm a mid-Atlantic East Coast guy, so I live in the seasons, man. I love warm weather. How about you? Do you just escape to Florida, or how do you handle the seasons?
I'm a four seasons guy, but I hate the summer. I hate it. I'm glad it's over with. I like the autumn and the winter. I actually love, like, right after November 1st, when it gets dark at 5 o'clock. And people, when I lived in New York City particularly, I love when it got dark at 5 o'clock and people were miserable and it was cold.
Well, that's kind of what it turns into, man. I try not to get too far down in the dumps because I like to go outside and get that vitamin D or whatever I need. But the whole point is that the seasons are coming. Are you a big Halloween guy? It's going to be Halloween before we know it.
I'm not a Halloween guy. Like, if somebody rings a doorbell, I'll let my girlfriend handle it.
Okay. Kind of watch, observe it, but don't really participate kind of thing.
Like, put the fucking Kit Kats out and leave me alone. It's like,
there you go. There's people, they're saying that right now, spending as far as holidays is, Halloween has well overtaken Christmas as far as decorations and candy spending and all for preparation for it. And even so, like Lowe's, people have these big, stupid blow up things on their lawns, and they're getting bigger and bigger, Johnny. Home Depot has like a big blow up game. You ever ride around those like residential neighborhoods and see the big, ignorant Halloween blow ups and shit, right?
Oh, yeah. It's like the stuff they put out of used car dealerships with the
Yeah, doing this shit. Well, and yet typically, I guess a lot of it's only available through Home Depot, but Lowe's wants to get in on this game with these blow-ups, brother. I'm going to start off with an easy story. The Lowe's rival Home Depot with a 20-year foot skeleton. So, we got a person across the street from me that is Halloween 365 24/7. Like their steps are like lined with pumpkins. They got orange lights and on, but it doesn't look gaudy. It looks okay, so I really got no problem with it. So, but that's how deep they are into the game. I'm not that deep into the game.
It seems like those are the two holidays where like it's like a cult thing with Halloween and Christmas. But with Christmas, you leave your Christmas lights up all year round. And, like in like July, you look at the neighbors that have the Christmas lights on the roof, like the Griswolds, and you go, look at these idiots. But the time it comes like November, December, you go, God, they're geniuses.
Smart. Yeah, you're right. You envy them. You totally envy them. Oh, now they're smart. Now they look wise. Yeah, and so luckily the Halloween people don't get no hate. But if you want some decorations, spooky season is nearby. And two home development stores, they used to call them home improvement stores. Where are they getting fancy with them now? Lowe's and Home Depot used to be called home improvement stores in my day. Now they're calling them home development stores, I guess, because you can build a whole house. But they're going head-to-head for a battle of who has the tallest blow-up skeleton. Home Depot's Skelly's 12-foot plastic skeleton has dominated front yards and social media since its debut in 2020. But this year, Lowe's is hopping into the action with a 20-foot inflatable skeleton. And no, it doesn't appear that this handsome fellow has a name. So there it is, bro. But are you down with, that's a big son of a bitch. To me, that's just tempting somebody to come run and body tackle it off your lawn, Johnny.
Or just run up and like put a pin in it and run back into the car and you see the thing deflate.
Yeah, put it all.
It's like size matters between Home Depot and Lowe's now. It's like the Hatfield and McCoys of, home improvements.
Yeah, I didn't realize it was such a one-sided thing, but Lowe's sees all this money going out the door. And with Home Depot, and they're like, hey, we got to get in on this game. Hey, Bobby Nick, my Canadian friend, like, would this like literally float or fly up in Canada at that time of the year being so cold out? Do people go this hard in the paint on the lawn with their decorations up, everybody?
Not that I've seen, but I would love it if they did. I'm a big Halloween dude.
Bobby Nick is the foremost horror expert right here on BF Live The Vibe. He loves some horror. He loves some stuff like that. My grandparents kept their Xmas lights up all year for lighting around the front of the house. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you can get away with that if you got the right colors. Or you know what, Johnny? Nowadays, they got these great LED lights that you could change during the year, in fact, right? And keep them up and then just turn them some bitches like red and green the right time of the year, I guess. That's one way you can work it out.
It's an industry. I mean, the ABC does a show every year about like the America's Greatest Home Lights, and they go to like different cities and they do like families against each other. And
yeah, the great light battle and all that shit. You're right. I've seen those before. And you see the elaborate like software that these guys are using where they're like doing symphonies and they got the fucking going do 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 do. They're like doing musical like that ain't me. Like I'm lucky I get a string around my door, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like it matches like Beethoven's symphony or something.
Yeah,
you know,
and then they got freaking concertos up in here with synchronized lights up in here. I don't know what concerto is. It just sounds like something. All right. Well, I don't know how many people still use snail mail, and this might, I don't know if this will encourage you or discourage you, but it's a fun story just the same. This next story talks about a long-lost postcard was returned to its sender 72 years after it was mailed. Johnny, right on time. 72 years. What do you think about that? Card.
It beats, the old days where everything would take, by horse and carriage. 72, was it like a letter or was it just sort of was an email, right? I mean,
let's read it.
People have old AOL accounts. Like I'd go back and log into my old AOL account from like 25 years ago and see emails where it's like, yes, Bethany, I'll go see Braveheart with you.
Bro, you're gonna get me going off about the old websites, because if you watch a little bit of Perry last night, did you see that Tom B was digging into his old, like we were calling them like CompuServe, Perry's old Prodigy websites, his shitty commerce website? Were you watching any of that?
I caught like 3.5 hours of it. I don't know if that encompasses of it, but he goes through Perry's internet history, which is great. I love that.
That is, I love that too. That he just sits there and it's so embarrassing about big buff grannies and how many hours after the show he was still looking at these kind of things. He complains the whole time about I'm tired. I got to go to bed. I can't sit up anymore. And then he stays up for 3 hours fucking masturbating. If you go by his internet situation,
it goes like 4 hours. It's like he's got a clock. It's like a 9-to-5 job. You think he's clocking in at a factory?
He's a shirt.
Sessions he's doing. It's unbelievable.
Perry He took exception. He says, "Hey, I used that AOL email." Hey, so yeah, we were talking about all those fun. We were talking about CompuServe and Prodigy, and they were talking about how shitty it is. So on a members only coming up, Tom is going to do a deep dive on his old shitty websites and how bad they were made and how much Perry actually paid for all that stuff. He's going to get into that. But I'm going to tell you this story about this long lost postcard. Let's see how it got lost for 72 years. A postcard lost in the mail for 72 years arrived at an Illinois post office, where officials were able to track down and contact the now 88-year-old sender. The postcard, which was sent by Alan Ball to his parents, Frederick and Elizabeth Ball, in 1953, arrived recently at an Ottawa post office, where Postmaster Mark Thompson took an interest in the mystery. So this has its origins in Canada, and then it goes to Illinois. It says Thompson said the card, which depicts the UN building. So that's from the 50s, bro. That had to be when like the UN building was like new up there, Johnny. That's wild. That's how long this has been missing.
That's the Eisenhower administration. You know what?
Oh, wow.
I think it's all in context. Like if you get a 72-year-old postcard, it's all like what's in the mail. It's like if the postcard read, "Oh, your uncle died and left you a $10 million inheritance," you're going to be pretty pissed that you didn't get it. You didn't get it until 72 years later.
Right, bro. That's what I'm thinking, And we're going to talk about some of the verbiage in here that the post office choose to use because, what if it would have been something much more critical than this, like a life, like, hey, I'm dying or living or whatever, a status situation. But let's see if we can figure out what it was, in fact, about. Thompson said the card, it depicts the UN building. It was likely mishandled at the post office inside the United Nations, and it ended up lost in a crevasse or even unseen location for decades before finding itself back in circulation. I like this terminology here. It wasn't lost. It found itself back in circulation. The postmaster enlisted the help of local genealogists to locate Alan Ball, who now lives in Sandpoint, Idaho. Ball, who was shown a digital image of the card, said he recognized his own handwriting, but he doesn't remember mailing the card. He does, however, remember spending a short time in New York on his way to a summer trip to Puerto Rico in 1953. The postcard's 72-year journey pales in comparison to a similar incident that occurred last year when a postcard arrived at its intended address in Swansea, Wales. Get this one, guys. That one was 72 years. This postcard was missing for 121 years.
Jesus.
After the date of postmark, a Royal Mail spokeswoman speculated that the postcard had somehow re-entered the system as opposed to being lost in transit for over a century. So I love that verbiage, that terminology. It wasn't, it re-entered. So it was lost at some point if it had to re-enter, right? It wasn't lost.
It sounds like the like left-wing terminology. It's like the postcard was unhoused.
There you go. So 72 years, and bro, that wasn't even the longest one. 121 years. So I just thought that was funny. But John, you make a good point. And that what if it was something much more vital, some more critical, time sensitive? You know, wouldn't be maybe so funny, I guess. Russo, my man, says Shyt Clyde checks in. What's up, Shyt?
Yes, Mike.
What's up, Shyt? Good to see you. I imagine Ding Dong isn't around. Yo, Psych Labs from Brian Clauder. Yeah, we're going to talk about after the news. Johnny's sitting in, obviously. We're going to talk about what he's been doing with the new Louis J. Gomez and more than that. I say we call Skelly tip. Whoa, Rob Tate, come on now. Be nice over there. The USPS finally found the balls to get it there. Found the balls to get it there? Let's see. The psych emojis are being used by all of our friends right here. JFK Headchunk checks in and says, the 121 letter fell out of the pony's bag. I figured Ding is here too, watching our boy Russo. You got Shyt Clyde and Mrs. Shyt Clyde. Ding Dong hanging out.
Psych is the best. Psych is the best. I got to get Psych tonight with the college football coming on now, and hockey season's coming up, so I got to get hockey bets.
That's another question I want to ask you, because there was some speculation going around that maybe some people were betting on the Little League World Series. Johnny Russo, what would be your take on betting on the Little League World Series?
Oh man, I think they should do drug tests for the Little League World Series.
Yeah, they should do age test, drug test.
About 25 years ago, there was a team from the Bronx that made a run, and there was this pitcher, this kid, well, supposedly kid. It was like lights out, like Nolan Ryan for like the world, and it turns out he was like 19 years old.
Yeah.
12 years.
Yeah. You always had those guys that were like, they looked like a little tiny guy, like 15, but they were like 20. There was always one of those guys around. But the Little League World Series is 100% rigged, says Electric Head Gino. But I heard people saying that, that is the ultimate in degenerate gambling. When you're looking for something to gamble for, people should probably wonder.
Remember Artie Lang's old line? He's like, the sports book's the last place a man could be a man. And you can go there like 4 o'clock in the morning with cocaine and go, well, yeah, is there a line on Don Bosco Prep with cost game? And I'll bet on a Wiffle Ball game in Minnesota.
Exactly. And that's what I said with all these prop bets and everything now. It's no surprise to me that any kind of competitive thing, people are going to try to bet on the outcome of it. You can bet on pretty much anything nowadays. All right.
You got, I remember talking about like degenerate gamblers, like talking about like John Gotti would bet on like 2 cockroaches running up the wall.
Yeah. Oh, you got those guys. Yeah, look, they see something going down that wasn't even a thing. I'll bet you on those 2 beads of water running down a wall or something like that. Yeah, you got those guys that literally want to turn everything that goes on in life into a bet. Yeah, that's a funny one. All right. I don't know if you're much of a coffee guy there, Johnny. I have my morning cup of coffee. I like some Dunkin. You got a coffee game? What do you like with coffee?
You know what? I don't. If somebody throws a coffee at me, sometimes my girlfriend to go to Starbucks and bring me back something, I'll drink it. Other than that, I'm just, drinking water during the day to hydrate myself from drinking the vodka the night before.
Vodka guy, vodka man like myself. Well, I'm surprised to hear this. I'm wondering if Starbucks might actually have a challenger coming in, because we all know it's either Starbucks or Dunkin for most people. I'm a Dunkin guy, and Starbucks is like a formidable, worldwide, obvious franchise. But this story talks about, has Starbucks met its match? China, of all places, China's largest coffee chain is expanding rapidly in the United States. I want to read a little bit about this because I think this is turning into a mini threat. The new chain is efficient, creative, and quickly opening new stores. And it seems like they're trying to bring it a little different. But this is their logo right here. So if you start seeing this logo around, it looks like Mutual of Omaha or some shit, don't it? It don't look like no coffee logo, bro. It looks like insurance. It's called Luckin Coffee. They're fucking Luckin Coffee.
Oh, that's the one Stuttering John invested in.
Is it for real?
Yeah.
Is it for real?
Wow. Yes. He's like, I put my thing in Luckin Coffee.
Luckin Coffee. Well, let's read about this. there's a new competitor in the American coffee scene, and it's hoping to become as big as Starbucks. Earlier this summer, Chinese coffee chain Luckin opened its first 2 locations in the United States, both in New York City. While the brand may be new to Manhattan, it's already bigger than Starbucks by store count in its home country of China. Founded in 2017, Luckin was created with a clear point of view to craft coffee for the digital age. According to most of its recent earnings release, this modern approach has helped the chain grow to include 26,206 stores across over 300 cities with nearly 92 million monthly customers. These are big numbers. Luckin's own site highlights that it has 20,000 stores and counting, underscoring how the company markets its scale. More than 22,000 of those coffee shops are based in China. And Luckin's focus on rapid growth has allowed it to far surpass Starbucks' 7,758 stores in the country of Japan in just 8 years. So Starbucks has 7,700 stores in China. They have 20,000. So, Johnny, this looks like to me they didn't take too kindly. Chinese people, they didn't like coming in. Hey, you have better idea than us. You don't do that. No, you don't do that. We got better idea. We make more money than you. They don't like that shit, Johnny. Right?
No, I mean, on top of which they're buying everything in this country. When I worked with Congressman Ronnie Jackson, I ghost wrote his book. It's my only book that I don't have my name on because I just didn't want to be known as
right.
Guy. But and he was Trump's doctor, and he was mocked on SNL. But he's a good dude. And he's on the House Intelligence Committee, and he's like, I remember him telling me, he's like, Chinese are buying everything. Everything.
Yeah. I'm definitely. Well, I don't like the fact that we're selling like Anheuser-Busch and all of our American companies to foreign interests. I don't like that, number one.
US
and
Steel,
then
Japan bought U.S. Steel.
Right, and I definitely don't like the idea of any country being allowed to buy up too much of our country. It seems like counterintuitive. But I'll digress on that. On this story, it says on its website, Luckin describes its stores as a 100% cashierless environment where every order is placed and paid for digitally. Customers can either place the order through the chain's app or via QR code in the stores. This tech-forward system translates to lower operating costs and facilitates fast, easy expansion. So there you go, Johnny. This whole no people model right here. They're growing fast on a no people model.
It sounds like the coffee version of what Perry would buy magic pills from.
Ooh, Perry, those magic pills.
Shut the fuck up.
Everything. He gets so upset when you just say, it's not a magic pill. It helps me not pee so I can sleep at night. He loses his shit. It's like his Niagara Falls. Slowly I turn because you said magic pills to Perry. That's funny. Oh.
Yeah, no, that's why Stuttering John bought it. It's kind of like why Nigerian princes' emails exist.
Exactly.
You send 200,000 out, you're going to find a couple schmucks that are going to buy into it.
All the time. Suckers born every minute. Luckin's app is built in to dangle clear app is built to dangle clear upfront deals, including 99-cent coffees for first-time users, $1.99 drinks through referral codes, and bundled breakfast combos. In contrast, Starbucks leans on its loyalty-based rewards program, offering points to customers as they place more purchases. So I don't know. This seems like a legitimate threat. It seems like a legitimate threat based on the numbers and all, but we'll see. I'm going to stick with my Dunkin' though, John. I like 1 cup a day, get my day started. That's me. All right.
Do it, man. You got to stick with the people that brought you to the dance. Dunkin' brought you to the dance of coffee. You got to stick with them.
And speaking of Dunkin', John, I did a report a couple days ago, bro. These younger ones, these whippersnappers, I'm doing more and more reports every day, John, about how the younger generations are like moving away from alcohol, like not drinking as much. It's crazy.
Well, everything's vape now, right? Everything's like a vape thing, and I think that's alcohol vape. They probably get a vodka vape pen.
I think that's part of it, and I think part of it is these health conscious trends because everything's about counting your calories and your cholesterol, and these kids are growing up a little more health conscious after that whole that obesity generation. But I can digress on that point. My whole point is they said that alcohol consumption is down among that drinking age, the lowest number since 1939 since they've been tracking this stuff. That's how few people are drinking now. It's like that measurable.
Jesus, I don't know where they're getting these numbers from. I bet certainly not my generation.
Right. Yeah. So they're talking about how alcohol is having to get creative, like tobacco did with the vapes and the Zyn, the tobacco packets.
Doesn't that make sense? Like to have a vape pen, but like if it's vodka or bourbon, like a Jack Daniels vape pen.
And then it turns from the vape into the liquid in your mouth. I like what you're thinking, man. Johnny's a thinking guy right here. But they're also thinking here with this story, Johnny, because I think they're looking to like ways to improve their alcohol sales. And Dunkin' Donuts alcoholic coffee drink with Kahlua continues to stir a buzz. You knew you wanted us to be a buzz. So Kahlua, that's that creamy liqueur drink. I can never get down to creamy liqueurs, Johnny. I'm not a liqueur guy.
You know what? That got famous with the Big Lebowski, where he would make White Russians with milk, Kahlua, and vodka.
Made that trendy, right? Okay. Yeah. It says, do you like espresso martinis and Dunkin'? If yes, then you're in for the best of both worlds. Earlier this month, the Massachusetts-based coffee giant Dunkin' announced via press release that their first ever coffee liqueur with Kahlua. Kahlua, the #1 coffee liqueur, is teaming up with Dunkin', America's largest coffee and donuts brand, to introduce Kahlua Dunkin' Caramel Swirl Cream Liqueur. That's a name. I need one of those Kahlua Dunkin' Caramel Swirl, that thing. So there you go. So it's alcohol. The press release said that the liqueur combines caramel swirl flavor from Dunkin' and the rum of Arabica coffee from Kahlua. You know, that might not actually be a bad little mix there, Johnny. I don't know if you like hot toddies or anything.
I think it's just a marketing thing to mix everyday things you mix with something else into liquor.
Yeah.
You know, it's like they have like flavored, you know, like White Claws or High Noons. Like this is peach flavor. This is raspberry flavor. They're trying to inject things just to sell more alcohol. But you know what? It doesn't work on me. You're not going to fool me. Just give me a glass, vodka, and ice. I'm fine.
Well, and now I'm seeing not only Dunkin' Minute Maid has an alcoholic brand. Chris and Liz come on. They had Mountain Dew. It looked just like a can of Mountain Dew, brother, but it was Mountain Dew with alcohol in it. So yeah, they're kind of using all these brands now and trying to find other ways to sneak alcohol in.
You know, there's money there. Their polls, their focus groups have told them there's money there. If you're the CEO of Minute Maid and you go into a focus group and you're like, oh, we like Minute Maid. What do you think about a alcohol-infused Minute Maid pomegranate? And like 3 out of 6 people, oh, I love it. They go, put it on the line.
And they'll go with, as long as enough people jump on it. White Russians were big with chicks in the 80s, says Terry Nee, talking about his drink trends. Vegas is falling apart because no one under 40 goes there. I have not been to Vegas yet. Have you ever made your way out to Vegas yet, Johnny?
Oh, my God. Vegas was a huge part of my life. My grandfather had a house in Las Vegas since the 70s, way before I was born. So when I was there 4 times a year. My grandmother actually sold the house a month before I turned 21. So that bitch.
So you were like so close. I was so close to being in the party capital world and having like a little place I could crash in there. Yeah. Oh my God.
I knew Vegas from the 80s and the 90s,
wild.
and there also Vegas is a huge part of my life. And
interesting.
It is going down now because it overexpanded and there's not enough to fulfill what's going on now.
Yeah.
And because that real estate price is going to go down, everything is going to go down. Vegas is going to have very hard time in the next 10 years.
It does look like too much, but I don't know how they already sent the Raiders there. Now they're in the process of building the stadium for the A's to go there.
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be still viable money wise, but it's going to be shrunk down into it would be this. Now it's going to be this. Very few casinos are going to survive the next 10 years, but Vegas will still survive. Vegas will still go on. But the biggest thing that killed it is the online gambling, where you just do it from your phone. You know, you could push that. That was a nail. Because all those guys that wanted that fix and only could get it by going to Atlantic City or Las Vegas or one of the few legal states at the time, they had to go there to get that fix, and now they no longer have to travel to get that fix. Well, there was a reason why you couldn't do it for a long time, because you had people in the Senate like Harry Reid, who represented Nevada, that knew if nationwide gambling opened up, it would kill Las Vegas. It would kill. Once Harry Reid died and got out of the Senate, then now special interests come in. It's too much money to be made. Well, it's just like the legal weed thing. People only got interested in making weed legal when congressmen were retiring and then becoming on the boards of these marijuana companies. And now all of a sudden it's legal in 25 states. And I'm glad to say that mine's one of them. Yes, I'll take that. Problem. All right, now let's get on to another story on the vibe. I promised this story about an orange shark, Johnny. I grew up watching the old ocean exploration shows like Jacques Cousteau and all that shit, right?
right? You know what I'm talking about. I knew you would feel that. So this gives me Jacques Cousteau vibes, and this is supposed to be like legit. Anglers reel in the first documented orange shark off of Costa Rica. Now, my friend Mandy Diff in the chat, she's our resident fishing expert. She got all kind of fishing experience. So she right away went, and we do, everything's AI until it's not, Johnny. That's how I treat the world nowadays. Everything is AI until I prove myself it is not.
Yeah. Yeah.
So let's see what this is. It says it's off of Costa Rica. Look, there's the orange shark right there, Mandy. I want to know if Mandy's still in the chat. I'm going to read this, and then I'll run the video of they actually documenting the capturing of this is the first documented capture of the elusive orange. It's not Donald J. Shark. Listen, it's not Donald J. Shark. Listen, okay? It's not.
Shark.
Let's say a man fishing in the waters off the coast of Costa Rica, oddly enough, reeled in an unusual catch. The first documented orange shark. Garvin Watson reeled in the 6'6" nurse shark while casting his line near Tortuguero National Park in August of 2024. It was incredible, Watson told USA Today. We couldn't believe what we had in front of us, an orange shark that looked like an alien. Watson was the owner of the Parisimena Domus de Hotel, shared photos of his catch on his business Facebook page. So here's some pictures of it right here. Look at this. Let me change to this one. Change to the other tab real quick, and I'll show you these pictures in here. Look at, there's one. There's in the water. Where's Mandy Diff? Aren't you glad I didn't catch you? Hi-yo. Look at that thing, man. That's legit, John. I don't think this is AI, brother.
I don't know. I think it's. I mean, if that was like Jaws, you'd have Brody going to Quint. You're gonna need a different color boat.
Yeah, you're gonna need a different color boat. Yeah, you're gonna. Wow.
I don't think.
A lot of different angles of it. Let's continue reading the story and see if they have any more insight on that. I'll write with the sound effect. Let's see. Let's switch back to this one real quick, and we'll continue reading the story. See if there's any more fun facts about that orange shark right here. It does continue to say, as we read it, I read up to there. I think that was it. Researchers said the shark's bright orange coloring is caused by a condition called xanthism, which causes yellow or gold pigmentation in an animal's skin, scales, or fur. Scientist Marcius Kawara, and all these people, I don't know why I got to say their names, I don't, wrote in a report published this month that Watson's nurse shark represents the first scientifically documented case of tonal xanthism in the species and the first record from the Caribbean Sea, or Caribbean, depending on how you say it. The researchers said the shark's white eyes indicate it also has a form of albinism, which involves a complete lack of pigment. So there you go, Mandy Diff and everybody. There's the orange shark. The orange shark right there on the bottom.
Yeah, I don't know. I think
this
might be legit because a lot of outlets are reporting on it, reputable ones. So.
Yeah, I mean, I got enough video of this. Let's see.
That's just ripe for Trump jokes. That's just ripe for Trump jokes. The orange shark. I mean,
well, people jumped on it as soon as if it has orange stripes, would be a type of tiger shark, maybe. I don't know. All right, let's run this video of here, and I'm messing with it a little bit, trying to bring. Oh. Listen, shark. You know what it takes, my look. Listen. That's obnoxious shark. That's what that is. Obnoxious shark, Bobby Nick. That's what it is. I see somebody's going to come up with a new filter now. I want orange shark. Look, guys. I want orange shark. There you go. That's what it looks like, folks. There you go. Lest anyone think it was AI, I gave you actual video documentation.
I'm going AI.
You're going AI no matter. All those pictures, video, every angle. Johnny's like, stop, fuck it. I ain't buying it.
That's a shark looking for attention. That's a shark looking for a prom date right there. I'm going
if this show is causing upset stomach, get Pepto. All right, why don't you do that? All right. Let's see, I got another story here on the Vibe, other news or not so serious news. Now let's get into it because I saw Shyt Clyde. He thinks that maybe we missed when we were going to talk about the Micah Parsons trade right here. So let's talk about that a little bit more in depth for our people that are just joining us and waiting for the story. So Cowboys do. I was really surprised, John. It just popped off like yesterday afternoon. I'm like, wow, Jerry Jones caved in, brother. Caved in. That's crazy. Cowboys, go ahead.
I mean, Skip Bayless, who lives and breathes the Cowboys, loves the move.
Yeah.
And everything I basically got my talking points from him. I was like, yeah, they got 2 first-round draft picks, and they got a defensive tackle that's good at stopping the run, this guy Clark. Parsons, according to Bayless, is kind of a speed north to south runner, doesn't really help with the run, just helps with the outside edge, where the quarterback can just go into the pocket, doesn't really do anything. And but also, I mean, the guy's not Lawrence Taylor, $47 million a year. No defensive player is going to disrupt the game that much. That's worth $47 million a year.
Right, you're not as a per play guy. Yeah, he's only going to do it occasionally if you're paying that much per play guy. Yeah, I agree with that. That's a high amount per play guy. He's not like a quarterback or something. No. But he does trade him to the Packers following a messy contract dispute with Jerry Jones. All-Pro defender reportedly lands a 4-year, $188 million extension. The heated summer drama between star edge rusher Micah Parsons and Dallas Cowboys owner Jerry Jones has ended. Surprisingly, with Parsons finding a new home. See, even the writer of the article uses the word surprisingly, because I think we all kind of felt this way this close to the start of the season. Also, Johnny, you know?
Yeah, did you ever see the movie Draft Day with Kevin Costner?
Yeah, it's been a minute, but yeah, sure. Mm.
But remember, he did a stupid move in the beginning of that movie, and he gave away his next 3 draft picks for the year to get the first round pick.
Yeah,
it's just kind of like a stupid move by the Packers, giving away 2 first round picks in the next 2 years and a star defensive tackle. And they got to pay $47 million. It's a stupid move by the Packers. It really was.
It's a stupid move. Or it should be based on the fact that they feel that Micah Parsons gets them close because, like you said, they're giving up a lot. So they must feel that they're close with. And they got Jordan Love, right? But they must feel they're close or close enough with the guys they have that they could give up that. But you're right. This is going to be a gamble because if this doesn't pay off, then they're going to have to a couple years of teams with they're not going to have good guys. They're not going to have decent draft picks, and also this is a kind of high stakes gamble. I agree for the Packers.
Yeah, it is. It's almost insane. I mean, luckily there's no GM for the the fans own the team basically. So there's really no there's no Jerry Jones of the Packers. That's probably you can get duped into a trade like this. That's fucking insane what they did.
It just seemed like it was pressure. It was like a negotiation that really just blew up in his face. Dallas has already been eliminated from the playoffs, says Rob Taker. We know how that goes as soon as the season starts. John, do you mess with fantasy football? You fucks with that?
I do. I've been doing fantasy football when I was in the Friars Club when it was still open. We started a Friars Club Fantasy Football League, which is still going on. We got the draft on Tuesday night. Awesome. You probably started off with paper back in the day. You've been doing with the Friars Club. You've been doing it that long, brother. Yeah, you know who actually helped start the Friars Club was Don Buchwald, Howard Stern's agent. Yeah, I hear he had ties with that. I often heard him connected with that. Howard would talk about going there for lunch with him from time to time. Don was a great guy. Don was a very unique guy. Stuttering John had fantasies of murdering him. I don't know if you heard about those, but Don was a very unique guy. I never dealt with Don on a business level. It was always I'd catch him at a drink at the bar, maybe once a month at the Friars, and we'd shoot the shit about family and vacations and stuff like that. But John's take of how Don Buchwald treated him. And because, in John's eyes, he thought that, hey, I got Howard's agent and I'm just as good as Howard. I'm on the Howard Stern show. Why you can't give me no money, right? So he was always mad at Don, thought that he's treating me secondary because he's got Howard as his first guy. Yeah, he would bellyache about all of that shit, and it was really nobody else's fault but his own. Absolutely. But here's what you talked about. Don met exactly John's talent level was. He knew John was nothing. Oh, yes. Don Buchwald was a player in the game. If he could have done more with John, he obviously would have. He's an agent. That's what he's there to do. He's there to make money and to elevate guys and all, but it just wasn't there with John. Unless he was with Howard and Howard would give him lines or something or make him funny or something to do funny together. John was not funny independently of Howard or the show. He knew that John, without the stutter, he'd been pumping gas. As Artie said, too, he'd pumping gas in Massapequa, which is true. That's right. That's 100% right. Oh, I love that. You're reminding me of all these great Artie moments. And I was lucky enough to sit in with Bob Levy over on his channel in the Levy-verse, and we watched the Ronnie roast one time.
And we got the comment on that, bro. Remember when they did the roast on the Stern show?
Absolutely, they did.
And
great.
Artie would just slay. So you remind, like Artie would just. I love when he said, "Ronnie's so short you can see his feet in his license picture." I thought that was fucking great. He's so short. That was just one of the lines, but I'd like to go over that again. But yeah, like you said, they completed the trade and they gave up a lot. They gave up their 26 first round pick, a 27 first round pick, year 26 and 27, and a Pro Bowler, the defensive tackle Kenny Clark from the Packers. For one guy. So if they don't win in the next year or two, you could probably arguably say that was not a very good deal.
2 second-round picks would have made more sense. Like Clark and 2 second-round picks. Okay. But first-round picks? Jesus. I mean, that's insane.
John is Vince Russo without Vince McMahon flittering out the shit. There you go.
All right,
giving you Vinny Russo vibes over there. Let me see. All right. So I'm going to do this now. I'm going to end every not BF Live the Vibe newscast the way we always do over here with a sexy bikini report. And this one, John, are you an iPhone guy or are you an Android guy? What's your thing, man?
I got an iPhone, but I got like the new iPhone, and I hate it. It's just like it's bigger. It's like I like the iPhone I had in like 2014. I've had until about 3 weeks ago, and I loved it. It was outdated. It was horrible. Yeah. I loved it. And
well,
the new one sucks. I hate the new one.
I'm a guy that holds onto a phone a lot longer than probably the average person does too. Bobby Nick, we had the same phone for a minute. We're Android guys. He already went a phone ahead of me. But John, I want to know if you know about these new phones. But you ain't gonna want to hear from me. I got a sexy bikini report that's going to want to tell you about new iPhones coming out, and I think they're going to try to get into the foldable screen game, John. I'm not too keen on that. I think they're going to like leave like a little burn mark in them or a fold or something like that. But maybe I don't know what I'm talking about. Maybe let's go over to the Bikini Report. She's going to tell us about the future of the iPhones, and foldable iPhones are coming from Apple. Hey, Bikini Report, tell us all about it.
Apple's iPhones aren't selling like they used to, but the company's doing a good job trying to woo us back. In September, we'll be seeing the skinnier iPhone Air model, and next year, we'll be getting a foldable iPhone. Though details are still sketchy, Bloomberg has reported this iPhone, internally codenamed V68, will go into full production early in the new year, release in the fall, and will come with 4 cameras. Personally, I can't flip and wait. That said, there are still some concerns. Apple Intelligence has had a rough rollout, and the overhaul of Siri is taking longer than expected. And the company's got the Trump tariffs and a major antitrust case to deal with. Still, the iPhone is the iPhone, and if I don't grab a flip version in 2026, I might just have to get an iPhone 20 in 2027. Especially since that edition, celebrating the iPhone's 20 years of existence, promises to have a new curved glass design. So, of the iPhone Air, the Flip iPhone, and the iPhone 20, which one are you most excited for? Comment below and follow the Bikini Report for more daily headlines.
Thank you very much, Bikini Report, for that report on the new iPhones.
I think like the folding shit, I think that's just more of a flex on, hey, look what we can do with this technology, more than, somebody like us going, do I need my phone to bend? Do I need it?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering, John. Same thing. I see people with these things, and I'm like, it's just another thing that can break on you. It's going to leave like a little burn mark where it folds or something. I don't know. But yeah, it's just the next thing they're trying to get a little money out of you for.
Yeah, Samsung has been doing these for a while, and I've looked at them, and I'm like, no, that's just not for me, man.
Yeah. So now they're getting into the iPhone's going to get in. Samsung has had the curved glass for years. iPhone is just old. Yeah, they're very deliberate about the steps. They're very, yes, internal and deliberate about the steps, they say. All right. Well, then we finish that up right there. Oh, what I was getting ready to say, Johnny, is that you talked about liking an older phone. There's certain segments of, once again, with these young kids nowadays, there's certain ones that want to be actually getting off of social media, and they're going on eBay and buying like old Blackberries and older phones that really didn't have all of this over, social media access. They just want basic phone and texting and stuff. So there's even like an aftermarket for like old stuff like that.
It might be the nostalgia thing that's coming on faster than you think, because technology is changing so quick, more than ever.
Yeah,
it's almost like people that would buy DVDs were nostalgic about 8-tracks. You know, people with iPhone 16s are nostalgic about iPhone 10s.
Yeah.
You know, it's like that kind of shit's going on now.
And you like your 14. There you go. Well, that's how we do it, folks. We got Johnny Russo sitting with us as our guest and friend, news and comment. We did a few fun stories, and we wrapped up the way we always do with a sexy bikini report. Now on with some more fun with the show. That was just the vibe. Other news, the not so serious news. Right. Oh boy, I'm sorry, Johnny. We got a special. That scream of horror means only one thing, that we have breaking poos. Where's my Wendy breaking poos? So here we go. Breaking poos, Johnny.
Oh my God, that's horrible.
Johnny, when you were here last time, were you familiar with breaking poos segment?
It does not ring a poo, no.
It does. Well, this is when Bobby screams in horror. That means only one thing. He gets poo photos, the daily constitutional of the one and only Wendy Pack from the Howard Stern Show. Wendy the retard. She just wakes up in the morning and decides to send her daily constitutional in picture form. Now, we can't show it, obviously, for terms of service, but Bobby Nick describes it the best we can. This is breaking poos, Bobby Nick. What did she do?
Man, well, at least her toilet is a little cleaner than it used to be. But this one is like really long. But it's weird because it's like it's almost yellow at the tip of it, but it gets browner.
She got a two-tone.
Yeah, two-tone, and then it's nice and long, and then it curves off to the side somehow. So yeah. Oof.
Do we have any pot stickers? Any pot stickers or anything?
There's no pot stickers, but once again, it's not only in the water, so I don't know.
Well, there you go, folks. For better or for worse, we bring it to you because she brings it to him. That was breaking poos. And some people actually want to see that on Discord, you sick bastards. Breaking poos, Wendy Pack. What did you do,
my
Wendy?
God, that's horrible.
We're having too much fun. Dare I say we're having too much fun hanging out with Johnny Russo, Bobby Nick, and the chat family. Typically 1:30 on the East Coast, we take our piss break. We're 20 minutes late, folks, so we are 20 minutes overdue. We got to get it in. But don't go anywhere. We're going to keep having fun and hanging out because I want to talk more in depth about Johnny Russo working with Louis J. Gomez, and we can do Rock You Like a Horoscope and whatever kind of fun stuff we can fit in around it in the time we have remaining. But Johnny, we're going to take a 2.5 minute piss break right here, my friend, so you can go pause for the cause. You can grab...
I'm going to take a quick zig. I'll be right
yes,
back.
yeah, great. 2.5 minutes. That's what we're doing. Grab your drink, grab your smoke. 2.5 minutes, Johnny, is what you got. And we'll be right back with more fun with Johnny Russo and everybody else right after this, folks. Do what you got to do and make your way back. Come on.
I think I need a piss break. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I'll do the pee-pee dance, pee-pee dance. Yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah. Oh, yeah. I think I need a piss break. I do the pee-pee dance. I do the pee-pee dance. Yeah. I think I need a piss break. Oh yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Oh, watch me now. I'll do the pee-pee dance. Come on, give it to me, that pee-pee break. DJ, hook it up. Drop that beat. Yeah. I'll do the pee-pee dance. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Yeah, yeah. Watch me now. Pee-pee breakdown, pee-pee breakdown. Break it down, pee-pee, yeah. Think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. I think I need a piss break. Oh, yeah. Wash your hands. Don't be gross. I know you touched your pee-pee.
Oh, I did, but it's mine. I was born with it, and I can do what I want. There you go. Look at that slim sliding in home just in time. Johnny Russo back. Bobby Nick's still playing with his pee-pee, but that's okay. It's his. He can do whatever he wants with it. Does Wendy ever have the solid plug and runny content? What is it? I don't know. You know, Johnny, that was so crazy. Like, Bobby Nick is nice enough to do this show with me every day pretty much since I've been doing it. And one day he started screaming in horror like that. And I was like, bro, like, what's going on? He's like, you ain't gonna believe what I just got in my messenger, bro. Wendy from the Howard Stern Show sends him. I don't know why she does that. She just amuses herself.
I kind of think it's like watching or examining Wendy's shit. It's like in Jurassic Park. In the first Jurassic Park, when they came across this gigantic elephant shit, or and they go through it, and Laura Dern's going through it with like looking at it, it's like, oh, what's it?
It's bad when your podcast friend has seen more of your excrement than your own personal physician. Is that Bobby Nick has seen more of Wendy's shit than her own doctor, dare I say? All right, John.
Yeah, we're all doctors these days.
No, we got Johnny Russo hanging with us. We're going to talk to him in a minute. I'm going to play a little video in between. We're going to wait for Bobby Nick to come back, and we're going to have fun talking with Johnny Russo and have more fun and positive vibes right here. But let's watch a little video in between here. Nice wiener, she says.
Nice wiener. Can I ride it?
Oh, shit.
As I walk through the valley of
Oh,
the
shit.
I take a look at my life and
BF, Coolio's going to haunt you, BF.
Hey, nice wiener, man.
Nice wiener. Ugh.
Ask me about my wiener.
Whoa.
Nice wiener.
There you go. Wiener, I don't know. You know, John, I do a segment on this show called WTF. What the fuck is this? Because, you know, the human race has never let you down. Like, why did they have a wiener-shaped boat? Like, why did any of that happen? That's so crazy, the world we live in.
If you make it, they will come.
I guess that's it.
Field of Dreams philosophy, you know, combined with capitalism on every platform. If you make it, they will come.
Well, I know that last night was a Perry Caravella live night, and you said to me, you know, hey man, I would even like to come and talk to you like after a Perry show. We can just get down and talk about the latest whatever kind of he's up to. And you know I do a Perry talk segment here, so why don't we do a little Perry talk in the afternoon for our Perry friends? We'll go over to Twitter X and see if we can discuss some of the stuff that went down last night and some fun things occurred, and we'll talk about what we did see and what we didn't see when I run my little element, and we get into a little afternoon segment of Perry talk. That's right. Perry Talk is what we're going to do right now. We like talking about some of our favorite podcasters, and certainly something. Oh, there you go. Something's playing in my earphones. Sorry about that. I'm going to go to Twitter X right now, and we're going to do a little Perry Talk because yeah, John, he's been doing Thursday nights lately. I guess they've had some schedule change where they have to do Thursday shows. They normally do Friday night shows. That's always normally a fun Friday night to watch some Perry and wind down from the week.
Yeah, and usually Wednesday nights too. But I guess they're doing Bob's. He's going to be on with Bob tonight. I guess it runs around what Tom's schedule's like. But,
yeah, that's a lot to do with it too. Matter of fact, you remind me of something. I'm trying to remember what time that was. I know Tom said. I'm going to go over to Levy-verse right now.
9 o'clock.
Is it 9 East? Let's check. Yeah, you're right, buddy. 9 o'clock East tonight. Because he got so excited, Johnny, because he found, like I said, he found this old shitty commerce site of Perry's, and he's like, oh my God, this is so horrible, and he paid so much money for it. I want to do a deep dive on this. So look forward to that on the members only. And he kept saying, I can't make the show longer because Perry has to do a show with Bob tomorrow night, which meaning tonight, buddy. So yeah, that should be fun. Always fun when Bob and him get together. Let's see.
I feel like it's been just like the last couple of weeks, it's been been easier to get Perry to lose his temper quickly. I think in the old shows that would take
I agree,
an hour or two, get some deliveries in, his anger would simmer under the surface, and then you get an hour or two, it would blow up. But now it's like the first it reads, if you put 12-12 or blood transfusion in it, half hour
blood great. And look, we just got off of antagonizing about the chili cook-off, the whole for months. It was chili cook, and the minute the chili cook-off's done, we're on him about 12-12. Like we're coming in December. So now he's just defending yet another thing. But it is so much fun, and we're all talking about. I like how Tom parses it when he tells, "Well, I think they really shouldn't allow cannolis at the cook-off," and he's like, "Nobody's fucking coming for no fucking bake-off." And Tom's like talks like it's absolutely going to happen. I love it. So let's talk about it. It went down last night right here, Perry Caravella Live. So there's some of the stuff. We go to Twitter X. Let's watch some of these fun videos. The excessive excrementer, yeah, John, because I do replayables on Thursday nights with Chris Abels. That's where we watch videos and drink and smoke and laugh and joke, spin a wheel and shit. So I had to do that for a little bit. And then when I was done doing the show, I jumped in on Perry. So even I missed certain segments of it last night, buddy.
Yeah.
I think he turned his power off early on before I even jumped in the show. You were talking about how he gets so mad so quicker nowadays. He turned the power early on the show, right? Something happened.
This is the part I saw. Yeah, he turned the power off. He just off, and Tom's got to do that. Go to the screen where it's like before the show, like be right back.
Yep.
I'll talk over it and try to get in touch with Perry. But Perry went to the electric box and just turned everything off.
And the last couple times he did it, he sliced his hand because he slaps the panel door and he slices his hand on the edge of it because he's so mental. But this is called the excessive excrementer because he takes like 20-minute shits during his show. Like, bro, I do a 2-minute piss break and I feel bad about it. This guy gets up from his show and takes 20 minutes to shit. The excessive excrementer is what we're going to watch here.
I poop a minimum of 3 to 8 times a day.
Damn, 8 times a day.
Like that's
because of my excessive. Fine, but at least I'm pooping.
I get it. You wouldn't once told me that you could take as many as 12.
That's happened.
Oh my God,
that's happened. Yeah, when I have a dairy product in my,
I stopped counting after a while.
Like a quarter pounder with cheese or something. Yeah, I'd be on the toilet many times. I poop.
All right, there you go. So that's he was going for an easy 20 minutes shitting last night, Johnny.
It's like the Artie Lang joke with Tony Curtis. He had to tie a rope around his waist so shit wouldn't fall out of his ass. I mean, it's that exact same thing. My God, do you even have intestines? It just has to go right through the mouth, right through the asshole.
It does, man. But when Perry gets food he likes, it says he's sucking it in. Yeah, and all the burping that he does, I call it mouth queefing, Johnny. I'm like, he's a fucking mouth queefer. It's so passive aggressive. It's like whenever something's being said that he doesn't like, the mouth burps, or if Tom puts him in check or puts him in his place. So here you go. They had to put the sign up, Johnny. 0 days since Perry turned off the electricity. There it is, right there.
Shut the fuck up.
They had to reset the sign right there. So that's on their site. We had a good run. It says right there.
He's like human Chernobyl. He's just a ball of gas and shit and piss wrapped in a human shell.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just,
And he talks about us, how we abuse him. We're wearing him out. We're beating him up, knocking. He's sitting there like listening to words and reading words. This is what beating up to him is. Words. This says, are the cannolis allowed on 12/12? See right there, look. You're an Italian guy. You might be happy knowing that cannolis were 75% allowed. They're going to be there on 12/12, Johnny. There are plenty of cannolis.
yeah, cannolis are kind of, kind of, ugh.
I feel the same way. My wife loves cannoli, Johnny. She's Italian, and when we go to the Italian bakeries, to me it's like crackly, like almost dry dough with like this off cream in it or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, the hype is more. The hype is more than the result of it. It's kind of like it's cannoli has good PR for a long time. It's got good public relations, but it's like it's kind of like a tourist thing. Like you go to Italy and you get a cannoli.
That's a good description, bro, because I've even sprinkled cinnamon sugar on them and try to give it a little, and it just tastes like I'm eating like plain bland dough with cinnamon sugar on it or just cream or whatever. But we'll digress. So yeah, they had him trying, it's the Indian food meltdown stream. They had him eating the Indian food last night. So we know how that's going to come out. But he some of them pics like Wendy sends. I hate them too, Bobby, says our friend Clipping and Dipping. Checking in. Thanks, buddy. All right. Now look at this. They go back. Look at this picture. Look at this Guido son of a bitch here. Look at this. Girls, I'm available. Ladies, if you are looking for my hair, it's behind me. I think this isn't even a goof, Johnny. This is one of the things that Tom extracted from that horrible website last night. This is legit.
He looks like Danny DeVito in Twins.
I said he looked like a gayer Jay Thomas. Gay Thomas.
yeah.
It looks like he gives me Jay Thomas vibes in these pictures.
Hell is that? What is on his tie? What is that symbol? Is that like the Jehovah Witness symbol on his
Ooh, I don't know. It looks like an upside down ace or a heart with a dagger or something. I don't know. But whatever it is, it's gay. It's very.
Shut the fuck up.
Look at not heterosexual.
Look at that homo. That's why I say that's fucking Gay Thomas. That's the vibe. That's why I get off of that. Oop. The entire PCL community is pulling for Bruce. Hey, Johnny, on a serious note, did you happen to see any of, they just did a TV special about the status of like Bruce Willis's health and his move.
Yeah, they interviewed his wife, right?
Did you see that?
I didn't, but I saw some clips of it. And, and they took pictures of him like being driven away in a car when his mouth is like half flat away. I mean, that poor bastard. I mean, to do that to the, I mean, he doesn't he doesn't even know his name. He doesn't even know what he was.
Yeah, it says he has like frontal dementia or something like that, and it's the worst kind. He stopped responding to like alarms and regular stimuli, and yeah, he's just not anywhere himself. So, they give him the meat moot mops over here over on Perry Caravel Alive. Perry don't like anybody talking about Bruce in that way with his health condition. The entire PCL community is pulling for you, Bruce. So let's see, this is a clip right here. This is when they were kind of doing the Bruce thing. They're supposed to be partners, and they're going to buy up Hooters and call it Moopers because that's how he talks now. They're supposed to call it Moopers. So let's see what this is about.
Moop moop, dingy dingy, cling chingy. Listen to my new Mooney, Singa Bonga and Booby Love Geek review at Gludor.
This is Bruce texting him.
Judy, Demi moops you, the
Bruce, man, I am so sorry and saddened by what has happened to you.
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh no. Oh no.
It's sad. It's very sad what has happened to his health and what he's become. It's so sad. So sad.
Shrilling Quamblar movie lyrics. And it's Mooney, Chingo Bongo. Ski double bop doo bop doo bop bop moopy 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 doody doody.
Oh, this is just so sad.
So he really believes that this is Bruce Willis writing into him. That's 2 minutes, Bobby. He believes every bit of it that's Bruce Willis writing, and so sad. Anyway, let's say he would scoop up Bruce's wife in a second after he croaks. If he could, don't be fooled by this bastard. Absolutely, he would. Terry Nee's laughing, and we're kidding, having fun.
To me, more. Yes. To me, contact. To me, send me an Instagram. To me, more.
Oh, Demi, man, she was a fine one back in her day. Freak out and fall. So this, imagine being, if it has fall in it. Oh, yeah, this is funny. I was watching when this happened, guys. Watch this. Keep in mind, this is a professional snowboarder and skier right here you're about to witness in his apartment.
You're not allowed in my fucking apartment! Do you motherfuckers understand me? My home is my home, and I only allow the people that I want in here.
I did get a question.
No one's allowed in my fucking home. On 9, 9, 10, 9, 11, or 12, 12.
Fatigue.
Fuck you!
I'm getting fake voice fatigue. It's a real thing. Not to confuse anything, but
Yeah, Tom's telling him it's not enough. He says, get higher. Get more like a bitch tone. You need a bitch tone in your voice.
Wants to do like pastry.
You're not allowed here! God fucking damn it!
Oh, he goes. There he goes. Look, look. Professional snowboarder.
In my fucking apartment! You're not allowed in my motherfucking kitchen! If you fucking break into my home, I will have you fucking arrested! Do you fucking understand me? Do you motherfucking understand me? 911 is right out here!
Perry's gonna arrest the world, Johnny.
The way his apartment is like, it's almost going through the way he has to traverse his apartment. It's like going through one of those corn mazes.
Yep, like one of those fall mazes. Yes.
In The Shining, you'd have to go turn left at the sink, turn left at right on the credenza, and
right.
It's about mazes.
And you got to do it while somebody's chasing you through there.
Yeah.
There you go. So that's the stuff that we got on Perry Caravello Live over there on Twitter, man. So yeah. So, and like I said, at one point last night, Tom got super distracted and super excited because that one thing with Perry with his hair pulled behind his head, that was just one of the many gems that Tom just kept wanting to go to that site and just keep pulling goofy photos of Perry and all. So he's going to do a deep dive on that on a members only. So you have to member up over there on Perry Caravello Live. You can be shop vac level for as little as $4.99 a month and be credenza level like me for $9.99 a month. I'm a member over there. Perry can't call 911 because he can't find the 11 button. Tom, where I can't find the 11 button anywhere on this phone, Tom B. He might call about that. Well, you know, Johnny, it's been a minute since you've been here, and we got great talented people in our chat family, bro. And Chris Popke is among them, and he was hooking me up with some of these great songs, like from Perry Caravello Live, all themed about him, like all the stuff that's going to go down in Perry's house. Let's listen to some right now. Thank you, Chris Popke. We're going to wind down this little Perry Talk segment and join a couple of these songs, and then we'll get on to more fun.
My house.
It's all Perry's house.
He's not allowed in my house. No one's allowed in my house. Unless I allow them in my house. Then if I allow them here, they're allowed. My house. My house.
Then they're allowed.
Go to hell, Jagoff.
The musical talent of Perry Caravello displayed by Chris Popke. And, you know, he did that scream one time, that tribal scream. And so Popke had come up with some creative uses for Perry's scream. People love this one. Angel of Perry. Then he said, I can do one better than that.
I'm never eating food from that door again! Fuck you!
There you go. And we all know that Perry is fucking bananas.
I've got enough bananas in my home. And another banana that I don't need?
I don't need them! I don't fucking need bananas! I got enough bananas! I don't want any more!
He likes bananas and he likes 7-Up.
I enjoy bananas.
All right, one more because he enjoys bananas, but like everything else in the house, I'll play one more and we're going to wrap up Perry Talk. You know, basically everything in Perry house is not allowed. We're going to wind down this Perry Talk segment, hanging out with Johnny Russo. Now we're going to talk about the Louis J. Gomez book and keep having fun.
Not allowed. Not allowed. They'll never be allowed in my home. Ever, 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 ever allowed in that door or that door.
You're not allowed here on New Year's Eve! You can kiss my motherfucking ass! You fucking understand me? You're not fucking allowed here ever again! You son of a bitch!
Music to my
You
ears.
motherfucker! You son of a bitch! You motherfucker! You're not allowed here again! Fuck you!
Thank you for subscribing.
The Banshee scream music to Chris Popke's ears, and he put it to music, and that was our fun segment we call Perry Talk.
Talk. Perry Talk. Perry Talk. Talk. Perry Talk. Talk. Perry Talk. Perry Talk.
Well, we are talking to you, and it is Perry Talk. That's what we just did. We're talking with Johnny Russo, having fun in the middle of the day. We ain't waiting for the weekend or the day to end to have fun. We're having fun right now.
Play the fucking music!
It's Friday, people, hanging out on BF Live The Vibe. Stream show 373.
It's Friday! It's Friday!
Hell yeah, bro.
Friday! Now go party like motherfucking nuclear bombs are dropping on Monday!
Fuck yeah, that's how you live life. You party. Like nuclear bombs are dropping off on Monday. Hanging out here on BF Live The Vibe with Johnny Russo, Bobby Nick, and the chat family. Now, John, I hope you're having fun so far, man. It's been great having you, man. Good to see you.
Man. Great to be back. I have to come on like once every couple of weeks and just.
Hell yeah, bro. I appreciate your enthusiasm and some of the good things you've said about the show in the past. And yeah, absolutely. I mean, we got to come up with a regular way. And I know I kind of got the feeling when you were with us last time that you were you just finished up that other book and you were starting to think about, you were like, hey, I'm going to do, we kind of narrowed it down. You kind of gave us enough clues that we figured out it was about Louis J, right?
Yeah. It was, we signed the contract, I think, in October of 2004. We didn't get working on it until about November. And we really just finished it a couple of weeks ago. Wow. A little longer than we would have wanted to. The publishing house would have wanted us to, they really wanted in like 3-4 months. That didn't happen.
Yeah. Right.
But yeah, it's finally it's available for pre-sale on Amazon right now. It's called Knives and Spoons.
Yeah, I got it right here. And let's talk about this a little bit because, like I said, I think when a lot of us think about Louis J. Gomez and all these people making books, you think, oh, well, it'll be a fun book. It's going to be about, Louis J. Gomez and Legion of Skanks and him becoming successful and all. And you kind of let us know early on when you were here on the Vibe, like, no, that's not really going to be the angle, BF. You're like, he kind of took a more serious angle. But yeah, first let's talk about the deets of it. Like you said, it is available right now for pre-cover. If you go click on this link right here, it will let you start your pre-order called Knives and Spoons. That gives you a description about how childhood might have been spent. That gives you a description of what you might be dealing with. I want to read the description that they have right here, and I want to ask you about like some of the things that you maybe had to do to get some of this stuff out of him. It does say Knives and Spoons is a raw, darkly funny, and deeply honest memoir chronicling the turbulent childhood of comedian and entrepreneur Louis J. Gomez. Beginning with the devastating loss of his father and ending with the equally tragic death of his mother, this book offers an unflinching look at the life shaped by heartbreak, chaos, and resilience. Through vivid storytelling, Gomez navigates the highs and lows of a childhood marked by bullying, drug abuse, petty crime, and the crushing weight of poverty. Yet, amidst the darkness, readers will witness the origins of the humor that would define him, a defense mechanism that turned into a powerful tool for survival and success. A memoir that pulls no punches, this is a story about finding strength in unlikely places, about the power of laughter in the face of pain, and transforming even the darkest moments into fuel for success. Bold, unapologetic, and deeply moving, Knives and Spoons is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit. That's a pretty good description right there, Johnny. So yeah, obviously you got into some deep shit. I mean, you can just see in the description right there, this kid, he had like a rough childhood is probably the easiest thing we could say, right?
Yeah, the knives and spoons were the knife, his father being stabbed, and the spoon was for the mother overdosing on heroin.
Thank you for the symbolism from that, because we hadn't put that together yet. So wow, so that's what that represents to him. So wow, a knife and a spoon, something that's a simple everyday thing. He probably as often has to reflect on what a knife and spoon means to him, buddy. That's
and going through the book, so we do interviews and record the interviews, and then we put it on paper and see what works, see what doesn't, and edits. A lot of editing going on, but
right.
Going through a lot of his stories, I mean, it's such a roller coaster. The
Yeah.
roller coaster doesn't it? I mean, it goes from just like beyond tragic to, oh my God, how did you deal with this? To laughing out loud. They're
Yeah.
hilarious. And then at the end, you know, like crying. I mean, there were times Lewis and I would be on the phone and we'd go through the stuff about, you know, his mother's death, and we'd both be crying on the phone. And there'd be times where we'd be laughing our ass. This was a real, genuine emotional roller coaster for me, writing this book with Lewis. It goes through every emotion, and the reader will go through this too. It will go through every emotion going through this book.
That's exactly what I wanted to touch on with you, because being so deeply personal and touching on some of these really intense, tragic things from a childhood, I was picturing, I'm like, wow, Johnny has to like really sit there and sit through this. You know, a process has to happen to get this stuff on paper. So you literally already indicated you found yourself like literally like sitting, you probably had to be like, whoa, bro, like I can't believe the shit you're telling me right now. And so you had definitely had those moments when you were kind of doing, you said you did it on the phone, right?
Yeah, but you know, you go through those emotions together. I mean, I'd have to ask him, is like, if you know, you have a son now, and he's a great dad. Lewis is a great dad, and his son is the most important thing in the world to him. And
that's great.
We'd have to go through tough questions. I had to say, you know, if your mother was alive now, what would you say to her? And stuff like that. And it gets emotional. It gets emotional. And
yeah, that's interesting, John, because you had to figure out with already the vibe of what you were talking about, how do I fit this gut punch of a fucking question in that I kind of need some more information on to kind of do my job a little better. So you had moments like that where were sitting there with like, I got to kind of ask this question even though I don't want to right now.
No, but he knew those were coming. I mean, we talked about what we had to cover before we cover it.
Yeah.
But just, I mean, the childhood that he had, my emotion just hearing it most of the time, 90% of the time, was holy shit.
Yeah.
I mean, just through the constant bullying he went through, and even when he had to move in with his grandmother, and his grandmother was a gigantic racist, and you know, I mean, just the stories that he had to go through childhood. It's just holy shit you're gonna read, and you're like, holy shit.
Well, is he Puerto Rican? I think I've tracked. Is that what he is? Is that his origin? Is that his nationality?
Puerto Rican and half Italian.
I thought, okay, wow, boy, that's a volatile mix right there. Holy shit. That's like, it's like taking two chemicals and mixing them together and hope they don't explode together. Hey, everybody, I finally made it to the vibe. It's Space Chief 75. He's our artist friend.
Hell yeah.
He makes our artwork.
We went through different variations of that cover too. Simon & Schuster, they put together a version, and then Lewis kind of solicited out to his fans, like, any graphic artists that want to help out with this, send me your requests, and put that together. But that's what we landed on. That's what we landed on. We went to different like versions of like subtitles too, but Lewis was like, no, let's just keep it clean. Let's do Knife and Spoons, a memoir.
Interesting. I thought, and it's very interesting because I thought maybe Knives and Spoons, being that he come from from a poverty situation, I thought maybe it had something to do with maybe not knowing what a knife and a spoon was. But I'm glad that you kind of really focused in on the fact that his dad was taken out with a knife and his mom was eliminated by the spoon of the drugs, and also that's very symbolic.
He wanted the child too to look kind of like his son, but also like him too. So it's kind of dark, but also looks like his son, and kind of an empty plate because he didn't know where the next meal was coming from. His mother was
he had his dead father, he had his dead mother, and didn't know where his next meal was going to come from.
There's symbolism in everything in that photo.
I see that. Now I see right here, obviously it says the foreword by Bob Kelly, comedian Robert Kelly. I guess I imagine they're good enough friends that he did the foreword for the book and all. So.
Yeah, Bob Kelly's very important. I think Bob Kelly is godfather to Lewis's son. And Bob just directed Lewis's new comedy special a couple weeks ago back in Tampa. I think it's coming out in October.
I'll have to check it out. I've caught some of Lewis's stuff when he hangs out with Kill Tony, and I see some of his interaction with Tony. I was just up in New York a couple weeks ago and I was at MSG and saw Kill Tony up there. So I enjoyed that.
Did you see? That's on Netflix now.
Yeah, that's the one on Netflix. That's the one I went to see. Yeah.
Yeah,
it was pretty good. It wasn't as strong as like the first year. I guess maybe nothing's going to be as strong as like last year when they did 2 nights in a row. But it was enjoyable. It was a good show, and that was my first time to MSG, Johnny. So I'd never been up there. Never been.
I wanted to ask you just on a quick side thing from that. I saw the picture of you being up in New York. How did you find the city? Was it Did you find it was it safe? Was it fun? Was it like how did you find the whole experience of Manhattan?
Like I was there, we rode a train into Penn Station and came up out of there, just stayed at a local hotel and then walked everywhere, walked up to the theater district and all. And it was fine. It was New York. Yeah, I've visited New York many times, but some of the things I've never done before, like do an MSG. And I actually went up into the Empire State Building for the first time. I went up to 102, bro. Went all the way up. So I never done that before all the times I went to New York, but it was okay. I mean, I didn't really see any kind of like no violent skirmishes or anything, you know. Some people were hanging around smoking or whatever, but it was Manhattan. It was touristy. It was New York, bro.
Right. Yeah.
But the biggest takeaway that I took from this trip, going up to New York this time, Johnny, is that, you know, we grew up believing or hearing in song that New York is the city that never sleeps, buddy, right? You've heard that. Frank Sinatra famously said it. So we're up there, and they're like literally like rolling up the sidewalks like near midnight, buddy. We stopped and tried had a plate of pasta at Carmine's, and they're like pushing us out at like midnight. They're like,
I mean, I lived in Manhattan for 20 years, and that's when bars close at 4 a.m.
Yeah. I'm like, how are we getting like pushed out the door at midnight in the city that allegedly never sleeps? But I digress.
You're probably in like more touristy areas.
I was. We were downtown Manhattan. We were in Manhattan, Times Square. Yeah, we were. But yeah, it was fun up there. So I've done some stuff I never done before now, but we got a little off track in there. But we were talking about Luis Gomez. You said that Bob Kelly recently produced his latest stand-up, right?
Yeah, directed his special at Tampa. I guess the Tampa Improv or something. But I think that'll be out in October. And that was weird because the publishing company wanted our approval on final edits on that weekend. I was like, I had to go back to them because I'm the middleman between the publishing company and Lewis. So I got to go to Simon and Schuster and be like, listen, we're not going to make this deadline. With the guy's taping his hour-long special, he's working on for 2 years. It's the most important thing in the world. But right after that, he went to Rome as a vacation for a week. So I had to go back to Simon Schuster. Listen, the guy's in Rome and he's taking a vacation. We got to extend. I'm just extending deadlines.
Oh, gee. You had to play that little dirty game with them, huh? A little bit?
But you know, I worked with them for so much, and they had enough money invested in the book already. They're like, all right, we just need it out for this year. So now I think the release date is December 16th, but you can pre-order it now on Amazon.
Yeah, you can get the pre-order process started right now. Now, another thing I noticed about this is that hardcover. Is that a common thing nowadays in book? Like, don't you want to use soft cover to move a lot? Or tell me about hardcover over soft, or how that choice got made, do you think?
Hardcovers first. They always go hardcover first and see how that sells. And then maybe 6 to 8 months later, they'll do a paperback version.
Okay, well, there you go.
And there will be an audio version too. He's going to do an audio version.
I was going to ask you about that because I know you're probably, from what you're telling me about the pressure, they probably want it all at the same time, right? We want the book to hit, and we want the audio version. Is that kind of what they want from you?
No, I think they really want the hardcover to sell first, and then they'll kind of slowly progress into an audio and then a paperback and then so on and so forth. But they don't want the audio out simultaneously.
Oh, okay. Well, I understand that, I imagine, because they think that maybe the audio version being out will deter some people from buying a physical book, perhaps.
Yes.
But I think that there's kind of the legions are kind of solid. People that like to read, and audio people, they only want their audiobooks. I think Terry Nee and others have said they have audiobooks as well. That's kind of how they consume their stuff and all. But
particularly people that are on radio and do podcasts, you hear their voice as you're reading it too. So.
Yeah.
And that's the thing with the Anthony Cumia books too. The audiobooks have always outsold whatever the hardcover and the paperbacks. Audio is always outsold.
Right, and so that's why I was asking. I was wondering if the book companies have kind of picked up on that or changed their perception now. Because I imagine, they want to sell the hardcover first, and before they let the audio out there. This crowd needs audiobooks, says Terry Nee. Exactly. We're probably not the most literate set among here on the chat family. I don't know. So that's coming out, before the end of the year. So and you already indicated, and you're not going to give away, obviously, and I'm not pressing you for anything you shouldn't legally say, but so now you're kind of going to be doing some stuff with some Barstool people.
Yeah, now? I got a Barstool guy that I want to do a book with, but also there's talk about possibly getting, or Lewis and I, or getting our own imprint at Simon and Schuster. So would we be like publishers, and we could do books for other people? There's discussions about that. That's exciting. Also, I'd love to do a book with James Woods. I'd love to do James Woods' book. I think I can get in touch with him through Tom, but I mean, I'd love to do that. That's not on the horizon for me, but like I'd love to do that book. But I want to do the Barstool thing and see if we get our own imprint up running with Simon and Schuster first. But I'd love to do a James Woods book. He's got a great career, and he's very vocal on his opinions on Twitter and on social media.
Yeah, definitely. This crowd needs audiobooks. Terry Nee with Braille as well. And some people say they need Braille as well. I don't know if they give out Braille versions, but yeah, you can get that. And Johnny, a heartfelt raw memoir with Mike Lindell is down the road? Question mark. Mike Lindell from My Pillow. Hi, Mike Lindell here. There you go. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
well, Mike Lindell did his book. I remember him going on Anthony's show when Anthony had the studio in Manhattan. And I remember Mike's cover was unique because it was like a hologram. You'd like turn it one way, it was like Mike holding a pillow, and another way Mike was holding like a sheet or something. I thought you
were going to say a Coke spoon or something like that. No, because that guy, I mean, he has a rags to riches. Just from the outlines I've heard about him, he was like a cokehead, rags to riches story kind of guy or whatever. I understand he's in political, crazy stuff like that.
He's a little bit on the fringes there, yeah.
James IQ is off the chart, says Terry Nee. So that's interesting. So that's obviously one of your dream people is to do James Wood. Is there any other on your list of people like you want to do?
Well, you know what? I mean, I don't know if James Wood is a dream thing. I mean, I'd like to do it, but if he lived, I definitely would have done Dennis Farina's biography. I love Dennis Farina, and Tom Dreesen was best friends with the old Chicago guys.
Neat.
If Dennis Farina was alive after I did Tom Dreesen's book, I definitely would have done.
Yeah, Tom Dreesen, shout out, buddy. I hope you're okay. I haven't talked to Tom much since we kind of did all that stuff together.
He should have him back on the show. I mean, I'm sure he'd love to come back on. I could facilitate that if I send him a text if you.
Oh yeah, that's fine. He was so great. I mean, you talk about a regular down to earth guy. He said like, I'm going to give you Johnny, give you my number, and I have his number to this day. Of course, I don't bother him out of respect or whatever, but I should probably check in with him every now and then and just see how he's doing. But that was definitely one of the highlights, Johnny, to this day of me doing all this. Definitely one of the most highly regarded guest I've ever had on BF Live The Vibe. Thanks to you.
What a legend, and just an angel on earth. He's one of those guys that have been out forever, and no one has a bad word to say about him. And he's just a great dude, great guy.
And he's one of those people that that every time you would just sit and just have a conversation with him, he's going to you're just going to stumble on another story that he never thought that was that good or tell anybody about, because he just seems like that guy. Every thought you get in him, he's going to turn into like another good, like, oh, this story or that story guy.
It's just the Rolodex of storage. You mention a name of like, Mel Brooks. I saw Mel in Palm Springs in '87, and he came up to me. He gave me the part in Spaceball, and he mentioned like Colorado. You mentioned Sny. It's just never ending Rolodex, and he's the last of the Mohicans. There's really no one else around now.
Oh yeah, that guy from that whole lineage of the Vegas guys that came up the hard way.
I can't think of anybody else that's Tom's in his mid 80s now. Mm-hmm. And I can't think of anybody else around that has his knowledge and legendary career that's still breathing. I can't.
And I want to say at least 2 months after I did that interview and had him on the show, I found a video of him at the Comedy Store just walking in and just doing like a show up set at the Comedy Store, just keeping his chops going at his age. Thank you, Terry Nee. He really enjoyed that, and he's been really enthusiastic about saying how much he enjoyed the interview when I had Tom Dreesen on. So thanks to my friend Johnny Russo here. He said, BF, he goes, I know that this guy, I know comedian Tom Dreesen. I think you'd be great on the show, and it worked out just like you said, man. So thank you for that moment, man.
No, it's my pleasure. My pleasure.
Awesome shit. I got to see who else Johnny knows. Like, come on, man. Get some motherfuckers on here and everything. But I got Johnny Russo on here. So yeah, you're moving on to the next book. Is there anything in line after that, or you kind of just knock them out one at a time as they come?
I could probably bring Simon Schuster about 2 books a year.
Really?
I never brought them a book that like I don't have like passion projects. Like I want to do this. I have to do this. I want to write a novel about Under the Tuscan Sun or some kind of shit like that. I will bring them books that I know they will say yes to.
Yes.
Like someone that has a platform to sell books from. Because that's the most important thing now with publishers. They basically fired their PR companies. They look into Instagram and TikTok and see what followers you have, and they say, you can sell the books on your own platform now. We don't
You're
got to
right.
have a PR person that puts you on, Good Day New York or something. You can post your book on your TikTok and sell, 10,000 copies.
Yeah.
So the world of publishing has really changed in that regard.
Well, that's good that they're aware of that. And Bob Levy mentioned the same thing. Like when he does stand up, he's like, it isn't no more there's like a machine there where they kind of help and promote you and push you out there. It's actually quite the opposite, to where they hire people who have that social media juice. So they will be the ones that promote it. And they're not even getting behind these acts no more, from what Bob described. So yeah, you're right. It has changed.
Yeah. I mean, if you're a first-time author trying to, just write a novel, you're a college kid, you want to get it. I mean, it's damn near impossible. It's damn near impossible. You have to have such a platform, and the business has changed so much, and even in the last 10 years, I mean, just, the businesses are trying to catch up to the technology really now. And AI is really going to impact authors' careers too. I think two areas where AI can't do it is, one, biographies, which is my niche, and true crime too. I thought those two really can't. You could tell AI to make, like a Grey Gardens or like a novel or made up shit, but you can't tell AI to do a biography. It'd just be a Wikipedia page. You have to go to the source if you're doing a biography. You have to go to the source if you can do a true crime novel. So those are two areas where I think are AI proof, at least for the moment, at least for the next couple of years.
We have a suggestion from somebody in the chat. Terry Nee is suggesting a Ray DeVito book, comedian Ray DeVito book. I don't know. Let's see.
Yeah.
It's something how, but I will say, I got to know Lewis by, I picked up on the fumes of like In Hot Water. I kind of jumped in Hot Water when the wheels were falling off of it, when Aaron wasn't coming in every day. They'd done a couple shows, but then Aaron was like literally phoning it in from his appointments and shit like that, as it was that was all winding down. But and I know Lewis was kind of part of that whole, he would stop in there. He was part of that whole compound situation for a minute, was he not?
That's how Legion of Skanks started on Anthony's network.
That's why
when Anthony was doing his shows from his Roslyn mansion, the compound, Big J, Dave, and Lewis would ride out to Roslyn, and they'd do the show in Anthony's basement, and they'd have fans come down too. And I mean, Anthony really gave Lewis his start in podcasting.
Well, yeah, and that's why I'm really impressed at what kind of Lewis has turned it into, because it's basically kind of, I think a lot of people that watch Legion Skank stuff, they kind of watch it for all the reasons maybe they watched Compound, I'm guessing.
Yeah, and you know what? Just last Monday, Anthony was on Legion of Skanks.
That's awesome. Yeah,
it's on Gas Digital right now.
And I love how,
I think it's on YouTube right now too. On Fridays they put it on YouTube, so it's probably on YouTube right now.
I love how Anthony gives no fucks at this point, because he's had the whole commotion with how Compound ended and the whole the equipment thing with Steve and Garrett and all. Like, he gives no fuck. Like, yeah, I gave him the equipment, and they talk about me like I'm a piece of shit. Whatever. It's like he just like lets it literally like just roll all off of him at at this point. I think that's so funny about him.
But the fact that Anthony is back on terrestrial radio.
Yeah.
WABC. And the ratings book came out. He's #1 in the time slot.
I haven't heard anything, but I know originally I think he did the first couple from his home little studio, but then I saw I think they wanted him to commute up there and maybe do some from the actual studio
he does
too. Right?
Most of them through at his house in South Carolina, but I think he goes up once a month to New York. He was just up there last weekend, and he'll do a show from in studio. And they have a camera on that. They put that on YouTube too. I mean, he's the biggest star at WABC. There's him, and then there's Sid Rosenberg, and I did Sid's book too. Sid Rosenberg's a good guy.
Oh, did you? Cool.
Yeah, but it's Anthony being back on terrestrial. It's kind of like full circle. I mean, there's almost a third book now, because we ended the book right before he had his heart attack. So if we could do a third book like 2 years from now, from like the heart attack into getting back into WABC, and we'll see how he might get drive time radios again this time 6 months from now. So there might be another third book for Anthony.
Well, even though the story has been told throughout multiple podcasts, there still might be a book in there as far as like you said, from this point on, like, because you can really cover from when Compound was kind of becoming undone and becoming.
Yes, that covers that. Yeah, you know what? There's definitely a third book here.
I think there's just in that. That's the beginning. That's the meat of that third book. Like everything that went into that with him and Gavin, and how it was going to go down, and how it was presented, and how he's been treated and portrayed since then, and where he's at. That sounds all like a drama book right there, buddy.
No, there is definitely a third book. I think we got to wait maybe a year and a half, 2 years, but there is a third book there. I'm gonna get Anthony on board with this.
That's awesome, man.
I'm gonna get him a third book.
That's awesome, man. Well, we like to have fun here on The Vibe, and I'm happy you're here to the top of the hour. I'm going to do one or two things to finish up this show that I normally do on Friday. I agree. As far as I'm going to do the horoscopes right now, I don't know if you're a big horoscope guy. I believe in the personality traits in the horoscopes as far as they're describing the people. I don't always know that if these daily horoscopes are accurate, but a lot of people like them. What is your take on horoscopes there, Johnny?
You know what? I think I could take it or leave it. I think there's a lot of truth behind it. Yeah. I don't know how much. I mean, I'm a Virgo. September 13th is my birthday. What does that mean? I mean, what does that mean? September 13th. I guess as far as I know, Virgos are very organized. And
yes, that's what I hear.
Almost like everything needs to be neat, organized. And,
we're about loyalty. We're about organization and expectation and all that stuff. Absolutely. Well, I'm a Virgo too. And it's cool to know that my friend Johnny, I kind of forgot that fact, buddy. So we do these on Mondays and Wednesdays and Fridays because we do a 3-hour show every day. And we like to have fun and see what the stars have in mind for us at the beginning of the week, the middle of the week, and the end of the week. So let's see how much fun we can get into this. Plus we put a little song to it. And I'm going to rock you like a horoscope for Friday. Let's go. Rock you like a horoscope. Planning. Rock you like a horoscope. Planning. Here I am with Johnny Russo. I'm in the Horoscope Reading Studios. But before I start this horoscope segment, I got some breaking weather alert I want to point out to you guys on The Vibe, and then we'll get on with Rock You Like a Horoscope, only after you throw your astrological signs in the chat so I can go through them here for Rock You Like a Horoscope. But here's breaking weather.
Well, we have a serious tropical storm moving in this weekend. It's going to bring a lot of wetness and moisture.
Yeah.
Pounding rain.
Yeah, pounding.
Winds are thrusting, wind gusts of they're going to climax.
Whoa! Hey.
Right when you want it to, they're going to climax at 96 miles per hour. I should call him.
That's a breaking weather report. Thank you. I want to thank Bobby Nick. Bobby Nick checked out, I think, because, I think when me and Johnny are here, we can kind of go back and forth a lot and keep talking. So I guess Bobby checked out and done some other stuff. Thank my friend Bobby Nick for checking in. Space Chief 75 says, Ray DeVito, The Life and Times of the I-80 Killer is a suggestion for the book there. What do you think, Johnny Russo? You follow that whole...
How many copies are you going to sell? Ray DeVito would sell what? Like outside of Friends, Family, and Pro? Is Ray DeVito going to sell?
Probably as many as with stand-up tickets, maybe stand-up comedy tickets. Let's see. Cancer for the beautiful and lovely Abby, please, says Matt Problems. Well, I will do that. But we do these on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I like to set a proper mood by playing my horoscope / porn music, kind of bow chicky wow wow here. I set a proper mood. I go to my horoscope reading studio, and we're going to do this. This is Friday, so here comes your Friday. And we're going to start it off with our friend with Cancer. For our friend, the beautiful and lovely Abby. Abby, let's do this now. It is Friday here with Johnny Russo. Let me go over to my horoscope section right here and click on them and read said horoscopes right here on BF Live The Vibe. All right, this is Cancer. This is not only for the beautiful Abby. This is for, let's say, the beautiful Scott Fitzpatrick, if you will, and Brian Clauder, and all the Cancers joining us today. Here comes your Friday horoscope reading. Hey, Cancer. Try not to over-identify with your current financial status. It will never define your actual worth. A temporary career setback might set the stage for a big leap forward, Cancer. Keep showing up, stay open, and don't be afraid to shine your light. Cancer, that is your Friday. And we are underway, rocking you with your horoscope. This is Pisces for my friend Matt. Matt Problems checks in. This is for my friend Matt. This is also for my friend Andrew and any other Pisces joining us today. This is your Friday Rock You Like a Horoscope reading for Pisces. Your thoughts may center on a meaningful relationship today, Pisces, bringing emotional clarity. At work, fresh insights could shift your perspective, Pisces. If you're considering an opportunity, take it slow and review all the details. That is for Andrew. That is for Matt Problems. That was your Friday. And we roll on. We're going to eventually get to Virgo for me and my friend. We'll probably get into it sooner than we think. We did Pisces for Andrew. We just did a Cancer for Scott Fitzpatrick and the other Cancers. I'm going to go do Virgo for myself and Johnny Russo and all the other Virgos joining us today. Here it comes. Here comes our Friday Rock You Like a Horoscope reading, Johnny. Doing the inner work now always leads to life-altering and truly up-leveling benefits later. Be cautious with shared resources. They could bring complications when you're sharing with somebody. Embracing a change, even if temporarily uncomfortable about that change, could help you adapt more easily. That's for Johnny. That's for me and all the Virgos joining us today. That was our Friday.
I don't know. I didn't hear anything about if Boise State's going to cover tonight.
Oh my God! So you are that guy, huh? You're all into college, the football and everything. You're ready for tonight?
Oh, I'm not. I was never a college football guy until I started. I could bet on it.
So you bet on it, yeah. I imagine so. What did you think about picking up? Did you pick up on the whole thing about Fox, this was about the sports app, not necessarily in the news, but Fox and YouTube having a disagreement over how much they were going to charge to cover, carried on the network. Did you hear about that?
I didn't hear about it. No. Yeah, they're going to charge YouTube to.
Fox wanted to get a higher amount of money for carrying their Fox signal on YouTube than other channels want out of them. And so there's been this running dispute. They're currently operating on a short-term agreement until they come up with another long-term agreement because a lot of these sports fans like yourself are losing their shit because they can't watch their college football games wherever they go, bro.
But that's the thing. Like every streaming service has like rights to different regional games and different sports and different. Like you go to the NFL, like on Sunday nights, like the games are on Peacock Network.
And like Amazon on Thursdays.
Yeah, I mean, you have baseball games that are on Apple TV.
Apple TV on Friday nights. You're right, brother. Yep. There's many nights I go, what is it on tonight? Like it's like you got to go on a hunt or search for it. You're absolutely right, brother. All right, but we're doing the horoscopes. We got any more coming up in the chat? Let's see. I just did Virgo. We did Pisces for Andrew, and we did Cancer for Scott Fitzpatrick. I'm going to do Sagittarius/Vagittarius for my friend Bobby Nick, and I'll give you a last call in the chat for your Friday horoscope readings. This is now Sagittarius for Bobby Nick and all my Sagittarius friends. A shift in your romantic life could guide you in an unexpected but necessary direction, Sagittarius. Shared finances may grow, but require clear agreements. Speak your truth with care, Sagittarius. Honest communication can help strengthen trust. It's for Bobby Nick and all the Sagittarius joining us today. That was your Friday.
Hey, what's the horoscope for somebody that's born on April 24th?
April 24th. Let me find that range right there.
I mean, like what sign?
That's what I'm trying to find, bro. I got to look them up. Oh, that's Taurus.
Oh, does a Taurus say, thou shalt not speak when watching television shows?
Oh, shit. Sounds like you know a Taurus that you watch TV with. Financial worries may turn out to be less serious than they seem, Taurus. Use this time to expand your skill set and explore new opportunities. It just talks about strategizing about career path. I'm thinking about being quiet while Johnny's trying to watch a football game.
I gotta put captions on for everything. So
you don't miss something.
Yeah. I gotta read things now because my girlfriend just.
Yeah. And it always seems to be the moment that you are trying to use your ears for something at that exact moment, right?
Yeah.
It can't.
Yeah.
It can't be something was said before and then you hear the thing you want and then you talk after that. No, it's always at the same time. Yes, I know.
It's like reading and listening to an audiobook at the same time.
Exactly. Yeah. Trying to concentrate over here. All right. I think we did them all. We did we did Virgo for myself and Johnny. We did Cancer for Scott Fitzpatrick. We did Pisces for Andrew. And we did Vegetarians for Bobby Nick. And I don't see any more coming up in the chat. So you'll have to join us next time we do this segment. We do them on Mondays, we do them on Wednesdays, and we do them on Fridays. That was your Friday edition of Rock You Like a Horoscope. Let's have fun with the rest of the time we have remaining today and get on with the show. Rock you like a horoscope. Rock you like a horoscope. Here I am hanging out with my friend Johnny Russo on a Friday. So glad he's came back to hang out for the vibe. It's been a couple months. And it's funny, bro, because I was literally, you kind of reached out to me. And I was literally, because I played that video, I was going to reach out. I'd been thinking about it for like at least a month. I said, I got to get Johnny back on here and see what he was up to. Because I knew you were getting close with that Luis Gomez book because I started seeing little blurbs out there about it.
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure that was done with. It's in the can, no problems. Now I can like go on shows again and, I could,
No, it's good, man. This is excellent. I'm glad we're ending up the week like this, visiting an old friend. Johnny, I wrote a book, Terry Nee says, men are from Mars and women are batshit crazy.
That sounds like a bestseller to me. I mean, I picked that book up.
He's been trying to push that to a lot of publishing houses. Well, I don't know what anybody's going to get down with the weekend. Let's see, my wife, the kids, they're doing something tomorrow. I don't know what anybody's going to get down with, but maybe if you're visiting friends, why don't you go over their house if you want to have a little innocent fun? And I got a today's mission for you. Should you choose to accept it? Today's mission, guys. Try this out on a friend over their house or something. This is innocent fun. Ain't going to hurt nobody, but you're going to have a whole lot of fun doing it. Today's mission, should you choose to accept it, John? I like this one.
Put dry macaroni noodles under a toilet seat.
Look at this.
Oh!
I got to do this. Oh, it looked like a lady's feet. It looked like women's feet. It looked like a ladies' room, bro. I love this.
Put dry macaroni noodles under.
And yeah, you can do it in a public bathroom. So that's even better. You just kind of stand out there. I just put them in there and I'll stand out there like I'm washing my hands and wait for somebody to sit on it.
A toilet seat.
Just like this guy did.
Oh! Today's mission.
That's enough of that.
That's going to be on the appetizer menu at some niche Greenwich Village restaurant. Coming to the toilet bowl raviolis.
Yeah, crushed pasta, finely crushed pasta. They have
that'll
or something.
That'll be in Chelsea.
They do all that trendy shit in Chelsea, huh? I told you I stayed near in the Madison Square Garden area, and we walked down to Chelsea a little bit and just went to a little old funky diner called Johnny's. Just a little thin, nothing but I love that, bro, because they had that shitty continental breakfast at the hotel we were staying at. And I told my wife, I'm like, I'm not trying to go down there and rush to that. I'm like, I'm in New York City. We are walking to a fucking greasy ass spoon diner, and I'm going to having a New York diner experience. So that's what I did, bro. I love that shit.
New York and Jersey and Jersey have great diners and delis.
I love diners, bro. I do. I love the feel and the smell, and I just love everything about old funky diner. Go ahead.
Growing up in Long Island and Jersey in particular, every town has a diner.
Sure, multiple some, right?
You go into like 4 a.m. and you get the gravy fry, you get the disco fries with the gravy.
Love it.
But down in Florida, it's like it's nothing. There's no like regular diners.
Yeah.
In the last couple years, I found one Italian deli down here that could be on Arthur Avenue in the Bronx. That's perfect. Finally one, and that's like 10 miles away from me.
Wow.
But these are people that come from Jersey and New York and move down.
Right. That's what you want for a guy like you. We visited some family in Tampa, and there was a couple afternoon spots, but we had to drive to them. Like you said, it's not as they're not as plentiful as they are up here in the east, the deeper part of the East Coast, the older parts. But I love me an old diner like that, bro. I like the food. I like the people are more genuine there, and you know what you're going to get. And it's something just straightforward and nostalgic. I always love about diners. So I'm like, we ain't going to no continental breakfast at no hotel. We went to a good old funky New York diner, man. I love the shit out of it. Let's see.
Yeah, and the diners, particularly, and you're from Baltimore.
Mhm.
Barry Levinson, the movie Diner.
Absolutely,
was-
bro. Yeah, right.
A great nostalgia movie about everybody, about friends coalescing at the diner at the end of the
Good old Greasy Spoon. The story about that diner, that's been a bit placed on many locations around here in Baltimore. For a while, they had it outside of our old Art Deco theater called the Senator Theater. It was on a parking lot across the street, and it would be like the actual diner used in the filming of the movie Diner. And I think it's been kind of shifted around a lot. But yeah, that's a good old kind of Baltimore kind of kitschy movie. You're absolutely right about that.
Yeah, those diners are kind of like just like subway cars.
Yeah, that's exactly what it looked like. Yep. That's exactly what it looked like. Is there a great Greek diner in Fort Lauderdale, or is there? Or there is? Maybe you meant to say there is. There is. There it is. There it is.
Another thing, great Greek diner. Greeks do diners fucking great.
Well, it does seem like it's in their business because we have the diner that we have, the whatever it's called, the double T or whatever. It's all the Guido. Hey, how you doing? It's the Greek guys with the they're kind of half Italian acting with their chest hair out, and they got the medallions and all. I noticed that about the Greeks, Johnny. You notice that?
The Greeks, a good Greek diner is what you want. You want a good Greek diner. You want a good Italian deli, a good Jewish deli.
Yeah.
Those are the things you need in life.
Hey now.
Don Jr. checks in on the Vibe on BF Live, the Vibe, as we're winding down this episode. Let's have fun with this. We got like 8 minutes to kill, and I got a segment that I call Internet Shyt, bro, because you know very well that I do 3 hours of a show every day, Monday through Friday. I'm always looking for fun shit that I can present here. Sometimes when I got some that don't fit any particular category and I think it's kind of cool, I make my own category and I present it right here. In this next segment, we're going to do to kind of wind down this show, and then we'll kind of do our plugs, and we'll let you know where you can find like Johnny's book and get us some upcoming plugs and information. But right now, we're going to run some Internet Shyt. Winding down a fun week of shows, and this is a great way to end a fun week of shows. We're hanging out with our friend Johnny Russo, got us a guest here on BF Live, talking about him writing the upcoming Louis J. Gomez book called Knives and Spoons and whatnot. We'll get into a little bit of that, and I'll tell you where you can pre-order that. But right now, we're doing some crazy internet shite because I love doing this show. And I love showing people stuff that kind of gets my giggle on. So let me see if it gets your giggle on. Here's a little grated cheese wheel, Johnny. A little grated cheese wheel here on Internet Shyt. Why, right? The first question you ask is why.
Tell me when.
Well, there's people out there doing shit like this, Johnny. I'll never have any shortage of content for this segment right here, buddy.
I think Jim Florentine used to have a joke about this. Like he just spoke to waiters just to fuck with them. And
I loved it.
Great cheese. And like, no, I need more.
Keep going. All right, keep going. I'll say when. Wait till I say when. And he would never say when. That was fucking great. A waste of good cheese. That is a classic story. You're right about that. I loved hearing those kind of stories. You just keep going. Just keep going. All right. Let's do this. You know what, Johnny? I grew up playing some wiffle ball. I think that's kind of a lost art nowadays. Although I do still see wiffle balls sold in some of the toy stores, buddy. You play some good old wiffle ball back in the day? Plastic ball and a bat?
Yeah. Absolutely. And back in the day when I grew up in the 90s, you had such baseball personalities and like and you do their swings. I remember like
yes.
Like the guy from the Julio Guns up from the Rangers would have like his hand like this. You have like Mickey Tettleton, and you'd have like Mattingly swing, and you just had like you'd mock these swings that people would have growing up back then.
Now, when I was quite young, the Orioles used to have Lee May, and Lee May would stand at the plate. He was a short, squat, stubby bastard, and he would do this. He'd rock that fucking bat, and then he would do this every time. He'd like shake it 10 times before he would swing. So yeah, I would do that when I would play wiffle ball.
Now, Ripken had a distinctive kind of like in his later days too. Ripken was easily impersonable too with at bats.
Oh yeah, he was doing the one. He would put it on his back shoulder for a while. He would just let it sit there.
Back shoulder, yes.
He would let that fucker sit there. You're right, brother. But I've never played Roman candle wiffle ball, bro, and that's what I'm presenting on Internet Shyt. You gotta be fucking.
Oh, right. Oh, no, right. Big Balls Wiffle League, Roman Candle Wiffle Ball. Oh, my God.
You seem like your people, Johnny. I'm just saying.
You sound like an Italian.
I'm gonna say these might be your people, Johnny. I'm just
Big
saying.
Balls Wiffle League, Roman Candle Wiffle Ball.
Roman candle wiffle ball. Yeah, Roman candle wiffle ball on the internet Shyt. Done it, says our friend Don checking in. We have a participant here that's done that.
That's definitely
there you go.
From Long Island or Jersey.
Right, it had those vibes to it, buddy. All right, well, I don't know. I'm not big on the Cybertruck, but this guy, he kind of wanted a Cybertruck, but he didn't want to pay Cybertruck prices. So I'm going to present his own version of the Cybertruck, and it has a drop log brake. Check out this Cybertruck, if you will, this all natural Cybertruck on my internet Shyt. Look at this shit. That is the most ghetto ass fucking brake I ever seen. Look at this. That's some Fred Flintstone shit right there. He put brake pads on this log, bro. I'll let it play.
I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Pull and release. I'll show you later. Maybe I should add, stop the Cybertruck. Stop the truck.
Bro, he made this out of wood.
Safety is first.
Safety first. Got to have some lights on your log. Well, here he goes. So he's got a motor in it. I don't know why he couldn't come up with a better brake than this, bro. You went through the trouble to put a motor in it, but here's the brake.
Now I have all types of braking systems in development. If you want to see them all, guys, just follow me and I'm going to show you.
What? Gotta be Russian. It's gotta be Russian with that accent. Oh my God.
It sounds Russian, but it reeks of like Appalachian Mountains. Like if the Discovery Channel gave the Appalachian Mountain family, like, here's $1 million, build a wooden car and we're going to film it.
That's a good point. If I want the video of him crashing, says our friend Don checking in. All right, buddy. Well, you're absolutely right about that. It definitely did have like the backwoods Appalachian feel. That's something they would do. Maybe
you need wood. You got to cut down some lumber to build that sumbitch.
But I didn't notice the first time. He has a motor in it, so he has some mechanization in it. I thought it was just like a pine box derby drift car. But he's like, why don't you just go the extra way and put some brakes in the son of a bitch? There you go.
Like Fred Flintstone had a better braking mechanism.
Hey, Fred, you burnt your feet, Fred. All right, why don't we do one more? We're going to wrap up this segment, and we're going to wrap up this fun week of shows by coming back after this and saying goodbye to Johnny and doing our plugs and whatnot and letting you know where the fun's going to occur this weekend, Johnny. But I think I found my new favorite kind of boxing, Johnny Russo, beer boxing. One beer in one hand and one glove on the other as we wrap up this segment of Internet Shyt on the Vibe with beer boxing. Hell yeah, bro. One hand on the beer, one on the glove. They're gonna punch me, bro. I'm in the middle of a drink. Beer boxing is where I leave you.
I have questions. Like, do you have to finish the beer before the round ends?
Good question. Johnny, I did a thing the other day that they made soccer interesting. They had MMA soccer, bro. And when whoever got in contact with the ball like hockey, they would just go up and punch the dude until you can just wail on the dude until he passes the ball to somebody. They finally made soccer interesting. But there's beer boxing right there. Finishing up this week. Why don't I wrap up this segment? And then we're going to come back, say our goodbyes. I'm going to let you know where you can find that book and pre-order and all that good stuff. That was some fun. Hopefully for you guys too. That was Internet Shyt. And there you have it, folks. A whole week of shows. A whole 3 hours right on the dot we are. 3 hours where I'm coming to you from. 3 o'clock on the East Coast of the United States. right here, right on time, hanging out with Johnny Russo and the chat family. Thank you guys for being here all week long and let me do these shows for you. I am humbled by the ability to host for you guys. Now, we're going to tell one more time, we're going to do plug. This is for my friend Johnny Russo right here, and I'll put you up and let you say what you want to say about it. But this is Knives and Spoons, the book by Louis J. Gomez with Johnny Russo, with the foreword by Robert Kelly. You can pre-order this on Amazon.com or wherever fine, well, personally Amazon right now. I imagine at some point it'll be sold wherever fine books are sold, right, Johnny?
Yeah, it'll be everywhere. It'll be you could probably get it on Barnes and Noble too, but nobody goes to Barnes and Noble.
Nope, nobody does
Amazon
that.
runs the industry. Amazon
Absolutely.
is the King Kong of the book selling industry.
Of everything commerce. So go pre-order yours today. It comes out. It says the title will be released on December 16th. So buy this for somebody for a Christmas present for yourself or somebody else and help Johnny out and help Louis J with all this stuff. It's a hardcover book. Pre-order right there, $28.99. Knives and Spoons, a story about the early days of Louis J. Gomez. Now, have you talked, since you finished this book, John, is there any talk about covering what we thought this book might have been about as far as him becoming more of an entrepreneur and starting off this quite a successful business he has, Legion of Skanks and all?
That is our plan for the next book.
Awesome.
But this really, it ends at right when he's getting into stand-up and the passing of his mother. They kind of coincide. So we end the book with the passing of his mother, which also happens to be just when he's getting into stand-up comedy. Wow. So the next book will be what people know about Louis now, what he's built into. And he's a great entrepreneur. You know, he defied the odds. He shouldn't be here. The way he grew up, the circumstances he grew up around, and he's talk about rags to riches story. This is it, and this is probably the best book I've worked on as far as just an emotional roller coaster and just being, a guy that shouldn't be as successful as he should, but defied the odds because he's just a brilliant guy and a great entrepreneur, and has the willpower to succeed in life.
There you go. So maybe it's not where you start, it's where you end in life. And maybe that's what you'll kind of learn from that story. So we're happy to have Johnny Russo here. That's great, man. Great stories about making these fun books. He gets to hang out with all the fun, cool people. And I'm glad to have Johnny Russo on my show. I'm going to take care of some plugs real quick for my other bros, and I'll let you come back and say some last words one last time. I want to thank Bobby Nick for being here. Bobby Nick is my prolific podcasting friend. He's done almost every show that I've done, and you can check him out on every show that he does by clicking on this stuff right here. Bobby Nick 1978. He'll probably be doing an afternoon lounge today. I think he checked out because he saw us being like chatty Cathy's. He's like, I don't have a space in here. So check out Bobby Nick on his show where he has time to talk on Bobby Nick 1978 here on YouTube or on the Bobby Nick show. We'll probably be doing the lounge and all the like tomorrow, or as you always do, just jump on YouTube, click on, and you will see Bobby Nick is more likely doing a show. I'm going to do my next set of plugs for my friend Andrew the Giant. Andrew the Giant normally joins us and co-streams my show on Andrew the Giant 96 channel, and he does No Filter with Andrew and Friends. You'll be able to see also the absent Scott Fitzpatrick, Bobby Nick, and Andrew the Giant tomorrow night, because Saturdays is No Filter with Andrew and Friends. Tomorrow at 7 o'clock East. So you can join them, my friends, for that over there. I'm going to run one more for my friend Scott Fitzpatrick. Scott Fitzpatrick also, he'll be on No Filter tomorrow night and all. And if you want to go down Scott's hole where he loves all these funny locales, all these crazy people on the internet, go to PropMaster69 for his older stuff, or the Angry Iguana 112 if you want to see what's going on with his latest locale people that he's following down in the hole. All right. Oh, let me take that out. All right, John, any last words or plugs you would like to give, my friend? Thanks for joining me today, and I hope you come back really soon. Any last words? The floor is yours, my friend.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me on. I love, coming on here and just shooting this shit with you. It's a lot of fun.
It is.
Go to Amazon. Please buy Lewis's book. You're going to love it. You are going to love this book. Also, I got a lot of other books. Tom Dreesen.
Yeah.
Nikumi, 2 books, audio books. Also, I have a true crime novel, The Body Snatcher's Wife. That's not underrated. And we're in talks with Netflix about selling that to them for a show. So, yeah, there's a big catalog of Johnny Russo books. But, yeah, check out Knives and Spoons and Anthony Cumia's stuff. And, yeah, there's a lot to pick from.
And what I like about shopping for a book on Amazon, especially when doing research like I do, is that if you like only heard about Johnny this time and you're like, man, he talked about other books, but I don't really know about him. If you go to this one, they have everything hyperlinked. So there's Johnny's name right there. And if you click on that, it'll take you to some more of the books that maybe.
Yeah, you know what? Also, they have a lot of books that Nick Searcy. That's my Nick Searcy book.
There you go.
There's Anthony's. They have one like 101 Ways of the Powerful Mind. That I that one. Yeah, that one. Well, that's that's a body snatcher's wife.
Yeah, that one. Yes.
That's a body snatcher's wife. And there's
Anthony's
first book. Yeah, that's
okay,
mine.
good. There you go.
Yeah.
And there's Permanently Suspended. Right.
And then there's Sid Rosenberg's book. Yeah, that was great.
So that's what I like about there you go.
Right there. That one right there. Some guy named Johnny Russo did this book. And now I'm labeled with that my entire life.
Apparently you master mindful leadership as well as write all of these, co-write these great books with all these people. So there you go. It's not 100% foolproof, but you will find mostly all of other, if you read through it, you will find most. I like that at least it takes you the right way. And you can find out like, hey, because I can't type, I don't remember the name of every book. So you can look up by author over there. Well, there you go, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this week of shows right here on BF Live. Thank you for showing up every day, Monday through Friday, and letting me do this for you. I'll be hanging out with you again tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, 8:45 Eastern time on the 100 Proof Podcasting channel. You guys know that. I do that with Chris Abels. We watch funny videos. We're playables. We drink, smoke, laugh, and joke. We spin a wheel that tells us to drink or smoke, and we got to do whatever you guys tell us, and the wheel tells us to do. That's tomorrow.
Back on that show sometime too.
Fuck yeah, Johnny. Absolutely, bro. We will drink, smoke, laugh, and joke and do whatever you like to do. Would love to have you back on Replayables. We do it Thursdays and we do it Saturdays at 8:45 East is what we're doing it lately. So we'll have to see the next time Johnny Russo joins us. But you can join us tomorrow night, 8:45 East on 100 Proof Podcasting channel. So thank you once again to Johnny Russo for being here. Thanks for Bobby Nick. I'm sorry that we maybe overtalked and didn't leave a lane for you to come in, but thank you to always to my friend Bobby Nick. Scott Fitzpatrick, who couldn't be here, Andrew the Giant, the chat family. Have a great rest of your week. Please go out and pre-order Johnny's book or anything he's involved in, the Tom Dreesen book, the Anthony Cumia books. They're all good stuff right there. Have a great weekend, folks, and enjoy whatever you do. Peace and love. And like we say here on The Vibe, we don't say bye. We just say bye for now, and we'll see you the next time we see you right here on The Vibe, which will happen to be Monday, folks. Bye for now. Peace and love, and we'll see you the next time we see you on The Vibe.
Thanks, Bobby.
You're welcome, buddy. Peace. Later.
That's enough internet for me today. I am going to wash myself with holy water to get rid of all the stupidity I saw today.
Jackie Mason. Fucking Bobby's fucking funny. Bobby Grant. I gotta give it to you.
Line of the day, Bobby Grant.
Super creative, super original. There's a show called The Vibe.
Chat family.